Hello, oh, wrong button. Hi, hello, it's me. Hello. Okay, hello, hi, happy holidays. Scojo, you appeared instantly. Or I guess I started the stream a moment ago while I was doing logistics. Hello. I feel very frazzled. I've been working on this project that's driving me insane. I'm currently 3D printing in the background a million like little grid things that keep failing. So I thought since I have to sit here and babysit this 3D printer, I should stream. Hope that doesn't fail. Okay, anyway. I would love to have done like the 12 days of Blobsmas, but this year just suddenly busy season. You're bored at work. Is it a busy season? Are there lots of people coming in with their families to escape and then having family arguments? Hello, Blobz. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. I appeared here to look very tired and frazzled and solve this Blobz puzzle that I'm very excited about, because Blobz has stepped into a new realm of chaos construction, which I'm slightly nervous about. I mean, I'm imagining, I don't know if this is true at all, but I'm imagining like, you know, families home for the holidays and one of them's like, oh, let's go do this escape room together. And then like being at each other's throats very, very quickly. Jates, happy holidays. Jates, I was just thinking about you today and how there was a time when I was your Google and then I was like your Chat GPT, and I feel like I just don't get I don't get the same questions that I used to get from Jates. Look at this mess back here. My life is a mess right now. I have too many projects going on. Oh boy. Just one project in particular, like, I don't know. I underestimated it. Part of it's on me for sure, but it has not gone smoothly. Let's jump over here. And as I said, Blobz is now an agent of chaos. Jates, you stop being a truth seeker? You get it. Oh, my Chat GPT sessions. I was trying to, so basically I've been doing this thing with Chat GPT where the prompt is something like, well, you're my advocate and your job is to make sure I succeed. But what it has turned out to be is me just like telling it like metaphors for life. But maybe that will be helpful, because that's how I learned to understand quaternions, was by, I didn't understand them very well, but instead of asking ChatGPT for an explanation, I explained them to ChatGPT until I understood, and it was helpful. I also was trying this thing where I set up a local LLM and fed it all of my journal entries for 20 years, but so far that has not gone very well. Have they, I mean, is the cut, I don't actually know. Like broadly, is ChatGPT still cut off at, I just cut myself, ow. I don't know how that looked on camera, but I just cut myself kind of substantially. Yeah, it probably looked very silly. There's probably a moment of me with like shock and dismay on my face because I touched something that was way sharper than I expected. I mean, ChatGPT, that's what it is just, it can sound convincing. It's very bad. I mean, if you need something to sound convincing, sometimes that's all therapy is. It's just like having some words reflected back at you. So I don't know. We'll see. Should I dress this wound? I should probably dress this wound in some way. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I don't want to bleed all over my keyboard. I can't believe I just cut myself. Wrong button. Be right back. Oh my gosh, Helio, hello. I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. I've missed you. Missed you during Blobsmas. You know, a funny thing about this is this is silly to say given the circumstances, but I like kind of pride myself as a person who doesn't cut themselves, because my undergrad degree was a design program, and I've specialized in design, but motion design, but the first parts of the program were all pretty traditional design, and it was constant X-Acto knife use, constant people like cutting off chunks of their fingers, whatever. And the thing that was funny though is that people, if you cut yourself, that wasn't the bad thing. The bad thing was like, oh my gosh, I can't get blood all over this thing I'm working on. Especially because it's like, this was a $30 print and I have no money. I can't bleed on this. So there was lots of first aid that was really more focused on like making sure you didn't bleed all over everything. Anyway, after years of that, I got to where it's like, oh, I very rarely cut myself like using sharp objects, and I just cut myself on something really stupid, like just not even, it's like the little scraper that came with my printer. Just cut myself on it. Very silly. It's because I think I've been cursed. I think there is actually a curse. Ellen Damasi, hello. There are okay. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name. KLVSCHED. KLV Shed? You bullshit. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you got back. Cool bullshit. Great. Are you feeling better, Helio? I definitely understand having some burnout. I've been losing my mind on some of the projects I've been working on. Really, where it's like, I don't know, like every project there's gonna be another thing I pride myself on. Every project there's going to be bumpy parts, right? And a thing I've been trying to tell myself this year is like, okay, true skill is not like planning and executing everything perfectly. True skill is like knowing how to recover and adjust as things go wrong, because everything goes wrong. And then with this project I'm working on at this very moment, everything keeps going wrong all the time. Okay, so far we're okay. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, Helio. Anyway, I don't know. Sometimes I think about, I can't remember which Dickens book it is. It might be, it's not Oliver, is it Oliver Twist? I can't remember. It's like the book with the little special boy orphan, and that could be like any number of Dickens books, basically all of them. I kind of want to say it's David Copperfield is Uriah Heep is the bad person. Maybe it actually is Oliver Twist, and this part just wasn't in the movie. Anyway, one of those books has a young fellow down on their luck, and just continually everything goes wrong. Maybe it was David Copperfield. Like everything is constantly going wrong. Everything is constantly difficult. Like their whole life just seems cursed. And then eventually they find out like, oh yeah, actually there was a person who was pulling the strings to make their life miserable since birth. And somehow that idea is so comforting, to just be like, oh, everything is going wrong, not because of me, but because there's like this malicious person who's deliberately trying to ruin my life. So sometimes maybe Jates is that person. Maybe Jates is trying to give me purpose and make me strong by making things difficult all the time. But I'll tell you who doesn't make things difficult. Well, that's not true at all. I'll tell you someone who isn't malicious and cursing me. It's Blobz. And we're going to look at 9 kingdoms. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, Blobz is now an agent of chaos, which makes me think of this, like the chaos ending in Elden Ring. This is a picture of Blobz now. It's a good look. Blobz is hot. I mean, it just looks good. It's a good look. Who's that guy? The guy in the DLC who like pulls the sword out of his spine? I like that guy. Elden Ring, good game. Chaos, cool stuff. Anyway, first we have to pick a background. Obviously. A little bit toasty. Yeah, Blobz, I don't know if you knew this, that you are now a blob of flame. Okay, we want some kind of like kingdom, right? Preferably 9 of them. Well, that's cool. It's probably a bit much for the stream. Ooh, look at this. Castle Oblivion. Is this the one? Or is this too, Well, we already crashed. Did I crash the stream? I hope not. What a sad story. That one was not marked as super heavy. Uh-oh. Did I break everything? Still streaming? Okay, that's good news. Shader toy. Oh, okay, there was a bug with the audio. I don't want audio. Okay. I don't want audio. Is this too distracting a background? The framing isn't. There's got to be a better castle. Ooh, are you a Lego person, Skojo? I know very little about Lego except for when I catch Astro Canuck's stream, who's deep into Lego. That's who he rated last time, I think, was Astro Canuck, he was in the midst of reviewing Lego holiday sale items. Oh, Skojo, I didn't know you were into Lego. I'm just gonna search for castle. I'm gonna find. I know that you can certainly have kingdoms without castles. We can't have castles without kingdoms. That's what I always say. I've never said that. Well, look, here's a Lego castle. I don't know why these aren't. Seem very subtle. Ooh, look at this one. Castle in the sky, but a lot of warnings on these. I didn't really grow up with Lego. I grew up with Constructs, which I don't think anyone remembers but me. I used to build little contraptions. They're like somewhere between Connects and Legos, I guess. Kind of knockoff, but I think they were a cheaper option. I mean, this one's cool. Let's just go with this cute little castle so we can get on with our lives. Is that too much? Okay, it's too much. Okay. Oh, thanks for the sub. Tiki Room Bunnies. I mean, how do I do that thing? I truly should know how to use Twitch and I don't. How do I give a shout out? How do I give a shout out to Tiki Room Bunnies? Is that a Twitch feature or is that a feature that people just have extensions to do? I'm going to give you a verbal shout out. You'd think I would know how to use Twitch. SO. Yeah, but I don't have anything. Like if it's not a core Twitch feature, I have my own terrible bot and it's been broken for like a year. So you probably have to have a bot like a normal person instead of a cobbled together nightmare like I have. Side question. Is it a core Twitch feature? Let's try it. Unrecognized command for SO. I mean, I really should know how to use Twitch. Kind of embarrassing, but like I can click you and I can see certain things. I can block you and report you, follow you and whisper you. I can manage a suspicious user. Are you suspicious? Well, I'll just give a verbal shout out to Tiki Room Bunnies. How's that? until I learn how to properly use Twitch. Let's start this puzzle. I'm very excited to see Blobs' take on chaos construction. Okay, so I'm really out of my element here. Like it was Blobs and chaos. Is that okay? 2 questions before I start. Sorry, this is a long preamble to a puzzle solved. 1, is this background too obnoxious? 2, can you actually hear the music? Because I kind of can't hear it because of the 3D print. Which, has it failed yet? Has not yet failed. That's good news. Okay. Wait, yes to the music is loud enough, or yes it's too yes it's too distracting? You're gonna have to be a little more specific with your feedback. Both. Okay. I think I agree. Sadly. Let's go back to that one. Let's just search for kingdom again. I feel like that one going in the hallway was subtle, not too distracting. Okay, I got to swap this print. Ignore this. We don't care about the audio. Okay, is this background better? I have to print so many of these, which would not be that big of a deal. I've got the model is reasonable, etc., etc. It's just I have to print so many, and if anything goes wrong, like the corner peels up, it's a disaster. Okay, hopefully I can just read. Okay. Now we're going to solve this puzzle. Let's read it. Let's read the rules. Thank you, everyone, for your patience, as always. It's to print so many of these. Where's Grimbone when I need him? Okay. Divide the grid into regions, each consisting of 9 orthogonally connected cells. Okay. Pretty standard. I've got a Discord message from Blobz. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Thanks, Blobz. Here's the link to the puzzle. Do you want to follow along at home? Wait, it says I'm unable to pin it. Why doesn't anything work? I truly have been cursed. I can't shout out. I can't pin. I'm going to refresh. This is why I need Life is Yours to... Did that actually pin? Okay, we pinned it. Okay, we pinned it. We did it. We pinned it. Each row, column, and region must contain the digits 1 and 9 once each. Got it. The given digits mark one cell from each of the 9 regions. Good to know. Digits in cage cells indicate how many cells of the same region are seen orthogonally from that position. So kind of sightliney. Good to know. And then we have X's, etc. And X's are boundaries. So that's good to know. Okay, so let's just prepare right now for me to forget all these rules. Are we happy with our color selection? No. I prefer this to be, I don't remember how to edit colors. I prefer this to be like a hunter green, but that may not read on the stream. You know, then I could have like light green, dark green, etc., etc. Okay, does that palette work? The gray is going to be a little lame, but... So I just want to color first, I think. So 1, 2... This is me stalling for time while I wrap my head around this. Normally, actually, I would prefer to color... Let me just decide if I want to do this. Normally, I would do like low-high pairs, especially since it's a puzzle with X's, which might make things a little easier to visualize. Meaning, we'll make the 5 gray, and then, you know, blue can be the 1-9 pair, maybe green here. We can do a yellow and orange pair, and a pink and a red pair. 9 being in a cage, probably pretty important, right? That means that's a bar. So doesn't that just do this? Okay, okay, you're right. I'm over here just trying to color, and you're trying to solve the puzzle. So, right, 9 means you can see that region. This reminds me of that Skojo puzzle where he tricked us and we just made a bunch of stripes, but I don't think we're going to be tricked today. So, digits in cage cells indicate how many cells of the same region are seen orthogonally from that position, including itself. Other regions block vision. Black pin tool for region outlines. I will take that under advisement. So I would tend to agree that this 9 seems important. I would also, we know that there's a boundary here, so it seems like this 8 is important. That's right. So we know we can't see further than this. Is all x's lie on the boundary between two regions. So this is at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are we in agreement that this region must at least do this and must at least do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And then there's some ambiguity at the borders, like it goes one way or the other, I think is how I would interpret that. And then, so then we know this can see, this is either a 3 or a 4. And this is either a 6 or a 7. Does that seem like a true statement? And then 8 similarly is going to get pushed vertically, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at least 8 needs to pop up here. But we don't really know. I mean, 6, 7, 8. So these are red. Is that true? I feel like my mind is not quite in tune with this puzzle yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means we've got to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means we've got to have at least 7, 8. So we didn't quite gobble up these little gremlins. 7 looks like it's going to have some similar, well, the thing is we can't do this for like kind of normal sightline regions, right? Because if we did this, I don't think that works. Maybe I'm wrong about that. If we tried to make the 7 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like one of these could go up and see 8, but then we have these other two, we'd have a whole bunch of 7s. The other way to put that is like normal sightline logic, saying like we would need 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 4 digits that are 7 or higher. Bottom right corner. Okay, I'll look at that in 1 second, because we do have to like squeeze through, right? We gotta like, there may be no way. I see what you're saying, is like these two x's have to be the same. Let me just finish thinking about this, because I think at a minimum we have to pop out one way, because if we, sorry I'm being very slow on this, if we did this, we would need, you know, we could have an 8 and a 9, but then we still have a problem. So I think at a minimum we have to grow the 7 at least 1, and then maybe after that it could work, because you could have 8, 9. Well, okay, gosh, this is a boundary, so you obviously can't grow that way. It feels like there's maybe more to think about there, but let's briefly look in this little nook and cranny, because this digit's got to go. This digit's got to go somewhere, and either way, it's pinned it in by the x here. I think we got it. I think you're right. And that couldn't be red. I mean, like intuitively you want to say it has to be gray, right? Like red couldn't go in there because we'd be surrounding this digit. 6 is not going to go in here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seems like it has to be gray. I guess we don't know exactly how it connects. I think we do actually, because the gray's not going to be able to block off this digit. I guess it could go like this if this was red. But is that fair to say that feels gray? I think it feels gray to me emotionally. And then there's kind of the question of like, This is a weird one. Also. So sorry, I'm just taking an assessment of the board of other places where there's boundaries where we have to we gotta get in here somewhere, right? Like whatever this is it possible for it to go here? I mean, it kind of is, right? But it couldn't go here. I'm just thinking about this digit for a second because I'm trying to make the case that this is, I guess it's either green or orange, because it can't do this, right? Oh, right. Also, of course, this. Oh gosh, we know. Oh man. Okay. I'm a great stalling tactic. I know I can draw. That's a good idea. But also, we just know stuff. Well, maybe we don't actually yet. Sorry. I was about to say we know stuff, but that was not necessarily a true statement. I think my coloring, I tricked myself with a little bit. So actually my coloring strategy was a bad strategy because those pairs aren't really relevant for these. So I may have to recolor just to not hurt my own feelings. But the point I was about to make, even though we're not quite there yet, is like at the boundaries, especially in these cases, like we have to be conscious of what there's no like cage against cage, right? On an X. I guess not. So Blobz is encouraging a stalling tactic, which I'm all for. This is a funny one. This little loop-de-doo. And then we know we have this. Not as sure about that. Gray can't go here. Well, gray can go here if that's red. So that's a fair statement. Okay, I want to think about this person. Just in terms of like escapeness, it's much more much freer than these, but like while we could take this, sorry, gray's got to connect down here, and it doesn't happen via this. I mean, I feel pretty confident that this is gray, so either gray has to go down here and be a buddy, in which case this would still need to see one more, but it could creep up there. Or gray has to go like here and be a buddy, which just gets very restrictive. I guess gray could just grow off to the side like a weird little monster. Okay, I'm going to do the Blobz. Blobz recommended stalling tactic is just draw some lines that are meaningless, just to feel better about my life. Okay, maybe there's another thought about this. We've been tackling this from the very high digits, not. But the low digits are people too. Okay, I see a lot of attention on this particular cell. Like who could be there? I mean, the thing that's funny about this is like, are these people the same? I just want to think about this 3 for just a second. Just in terms of like 3 3's a limited little guy. Like 3 can't go very many places, but maybe that's just not very helpful yet. Okay, what are we calling on here? Like obviously 3 can't connect here because that would be bad news for everyone, right? 5, I don't think 5 can get here in time. Seven can't get there in time. So this digit appears to be one of these people. It's not 2 unless by some weird miracle 2 could like squirrel around in some way. Where does 2 go? Huh. I mean, it kind of seems like one of these people, right? Just in terms of optionality in here. I know that's not the way to think about this, is it? Okay, sorry, I feel like my brain is not really tuned into this. Like, it being of these regions means a certain thing. Like, you couldn't just do this because you'd end up with a 5 on an X. But if you're looping around a little bit, I think I'm just failing to understand the situation here. This person is a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? And it's a minimum. We already see 2, so that's not very helpful, is it? So it could only see 7 if it did this. And then that would see 5. This is where I drive Blobz crazy with my failings. I feel like I've gotten worse at Sudoku, but also I think I'm just stressed out and tired lately. Okay. So I see. Right. Let's think about it this way. Let's think about it in a way that a sensible person might think about it. Oh, shoot. Okay. So, right. As we said, this isn't going to touch this. And this isn't really the maximum vision here because we can't see this 3. That would be bad. And we can't see this 2. That would be bad. So it's a maximum of 7. And there's always going to be a minimum of 2. There's never going to be a 1 in one of these. So this is also... Nope, that's wrong. Sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know the 2 and 3 are visible. So it does see... It's obviously not a 5 because it's on an X. So there is some possibility of a little squirrely 4. There's some possibility of 7. So that being 4, 6, 7, it's not a 4 because the X would require that. And it's not a 7 because the 3 would... Okay. That should have been more obvious. Right. So we're saying this is a 6 and this is a 4. Oops. Wait, what just happened? This is a 6. This is a 4. Remove the 2 and 4 from here. Sorry, remove the 4 and 6 from here. Do I really think this could be a 2? Not personally. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. What's a 3? Did I do something wrong? Oh, you think that's already a 3? Is it? Because isn't there some possibility of this? Or... Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, of course, right. It's got to get out one way or the other. You're absolutely right. Of course. We've got to go one way or the other. So it's never going to be 2 because a 2 has to have like a little squirrely, little squirrely, and we can't. So that's obviously, sorry. Thank you for that. Which means it does do this. It's just maximized, right? If that's a 7, it's just maximized. So now and this 5 is 5'd out. And so we do have, boundaries here now. The 7 is all 7'd out. This person is not gray, and it can't go anywhere, so it's got to be red. Okay, I think I've been making this harder than it's supposed to be, which is, you know, it's kind of a thing that I do. X's are boundaries too. That's true. You know what? X's are boundaries too. Let's also draw a line there, meaning that gray couldn't go here. So that's very exciting. I keep thinking there's going to be a 2x2 thing, but there's no 2x2 restriction. So we're currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this little fellow has to go either this way or this way. The thing is, if this person doesn't grow, someone's a step ahead of me. If this person doesn't grow, if we did this, this would also be 5, which is a bad situation for everyone involved. So this little fellow must grow. So we must have a 2x2. So I have to erase from my mind the anti-2x2. So that's our 9, which is very exciting, which makes this a 6, I guess. Is that a true statement? Okay, now we're cooking with gas. I don't know if we're really cooking with gas, but we might be cooking with gas. So we have 5-ified this, like, we're satisfied, right? We're just briefly looking to see. Unfortunately, we already, I mean, we know the composition of these. It's just not very limited at this point. We do need an 8 inside here, but we do need a 3 inside here. But the 8, we're not cut out. It doesn't feel that restrictive right this very second. Okay, so terrific. That's exciting. I'm tempted to just pencil mark these in because I'm a ridiculous person. I'm probably missing things, even though it's going to be a lot of digits, but we can remove the 8s we know. Do I really want to do this? Not really, actually. Actually, I don't want to. So who is going to come down here? It's got to be one of these people, right? Like, nobody else is equipped to do this. So who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Here's the thing. If this was this color, which is a color called green, if that was true, this would be, it doesn't matter, does it? Shoot, because these aren't sightliney. If we just did this, this would be 7, which would be a bad situation. So we would at least have to do that. And if we did this, so I guess we know some limitations here, meaning like doing this, we go that way, then this has to be 8 or 9, right? And if we go this way, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not the 6, 7. So it could be 5. See, the good thing about me going so slowly is that we're going to get more prints done. Very exciting. No. Okay, this is actually great, Blobs, because I'm doing so badly at this puzzle, but it means that the prince will just happen magically behind me, basically, and that'll be great. Okay, so what are we doing here? Anyone? Everyone? We were just talking about this fellow. We also were talking about how this is not a thing. That this is not... Who goes in here? That's annoying. So I was just saying, if we did do 6, this still can see 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These numbers would both have to be greater. No. We'd have like 3. Okay, how do I know about this? Doesn't this feel like the thing we're supposed to think about? Oh, well, let's just do this. Right. This is more restricted than I was thinking. It could be 1 or 2. It can't be 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. So it is just 1, 2, 8, or 9, which the pairing of 1, 2, 8, 9 is 1, 2, 8, 9. And this little person must exist in this cage. Here, here, here. What does that tell us about this? This would have to be at least 8, as we said. In this particular scenario, that would be a 5. Let's think about this person for just a moment. Because we did say... So, have we, like, definitively... Okay, I want to talk about this person again. We said it doesn't connect to 3. And we said it doesn't connect to pink. Those are statements that we have made, right? We've said it can see 6, but it can't be green. Like, we've got to lose one end or the other, basically, right? So does that mean all of this is the same color? Like, its maximum was 7. Which we ruled out because of the 7-3 situation. So we can't grow... Wait, did I do that wrong? Was my reasoning wrong there? Oh, thanks, Blobz. Have a great day. Thanks for sharing this puzzle. Sorry I'm being so clumsy with it. It's really interesting. I just feel like I'm not wrapping my mind around it. But maybe I just don't know how to do Sudoku. Maybe I'm just bad at Sudoku. Okay. Right, we couldn't connect to those because those are sidelines. That was true. This person, it's a question of whether or not this person or this person is involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, like, we can't grow in one direction or the other. No, that's not true, though. Couldn't this be a color that was just not those? Was my logic wrong here? Was that logic wrong? I mean, I knew that it couldn't be this color, but... Did I rule out 8 and 9 here erroneously? I feel like Blobz would have told me if I did something really bad. But you see what I mean? Like, was that actually not correct? This, I mean, I think all the stuff on the right was actually correct, but, well, but the 6, like, was this wrong? Because I did this based on that, like, I was thinking of this, but that doesn't seem right. Like, why couldn't this be its own color and do that? It couldn't be 9. Because then it wouldn't include anyone. So it's definitely not 9. That much is true. But why couldn't it be 8? Why couldn't this be 8? Like, couldn't I do something like this? Or like this? I mean, if it was 8, this would definitely be 1, right? Actually, I couldn't do this. Row 4, column 5 isn't happy right now. Row 4, column 5. Right, because of the 6, yeah. So if I ever connected this, so this cannot connect here because that would break this. Unless, but couldn't I do this? No, because then I wouldn't have a friend. Can I do that? Well, no, because that'd be... Oh, yeah, I'd be saying I saw 7. You could take green. Yeah, so was I wrong here? I think I can't do 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would mean I had a region that didn't have a circle in it, which would be wrong. But 8 sort of feels possible. Shoot. This still isn't 2. That much was true, but without ruling out this, I mean, I really feel like we're trying to land on this here, but like, what am I, is the problem that if we do 8 one way or the other, like, this is the question, is this 8? It's definitely not 7. 7 is out for sure, right? Because of the 3. But I think I ruled out 8 incorrectly. We would have to take 1 digit here. But it could be the 6, and then that would fix that 6 problem. How do we rule out 8? Oh no. Because all this logic over here, which felt right, was based on from like ruling out 8. If this connects, this is a 4 and this is a 6. I mean, 5 does still need to go down. That's true. So what does that mean for this? I mean, 2, you're right. 2 is definitely gone, right? That's for sure. But couldn't 5 go this way and have this be a 4? No, because we block this off. We can't do that. Right. 5, this, no, because that could still be red. Can't we do this? And then this is 4. That is not 5. You're correct, actually. That is not the number 5. Because we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's true. We couldn't make the 5 work. So 4 can't work. And 7 couldn't work here. Was there a way to make this just 6, though? Like this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the 5. I mean, I think we were right over here. I just don't, I think my logic was wrong, and I would like to get the logic correct. Like, doesn't this work for 6? Got to do this. 8 would put a 2 here. Gosh, how do we rule out the 8? You're saying this is always gray? Is it? Can't we do this and have that be red? Oh, I'm sorry. Row 7, column 8. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. We're saying we didn't like this. Because by the time we connect this to this, we like this 5 has to see down here, right? Because otherwise there's not enough digits for it to see if it doesn't. Like if this can't see these 2 digits and we've got to get down here, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits already, and the 5 could only. So right, the 5 needs these. So I think I agree that this is always gray. I mean, I feel very confident there's a way to rule out this 8. And I'm just failing to see it. 8 would put a 2 here. Is there not? That's a bummer that my logic was just normally. Why can't this be 8 one way or the other? 8 makes this a 2. This would see, in this scenario, this sees 4, or this sees 6, in which case it would have to grow. This way it sees 4. We would still have to take somebody, and the only people available to take would be 1 or 6, right? Like we have to take somebody either way. Can't have I mean, even back with this as a 6, it's pretty interesting. Like with this as a 6, the question of who we could take is very restricted. Couldn't take the 2. We could take the 4. We could, when this was the 6, we'd have to take the 4 or the 1, I think. So I think we know the color of this. Like, it seems like the color of this is one of these 3 colors. Which, if it was this, it would rule out the 6. I just don't think it is, but in this case, we have to take somebody. In this case, this is a 4 and this is a 6. In this case, this is a 5. Or this is a 6, but it can't be. It's got to grow. And it's got to take somebody. Oh no! What a crisis. What a debacle. Is there like one more step over here we can do then? Like, unfortunately, the 6 and the 7 kind of feel like they work. Okay. We're just going to do this for just a second. This can't go over here. This also can't go over here, right? So as we're like debating whether or not 5 goes in here, that gets kind of weird. I mean, if 5 doesn't go in here, who does? If 5 doesn't go in here, whoever goes in here also has to go down here. Right, okay, maybe there's something to that. If 5 doesn't go here, who does? It couldn't be 6, because 6 would like have to fill in here and 6 would be x'd with itself. 7 going in there doesn't seem too crazy though. It would have to... You think row 8, column 2 being a cage means it can't be yellow. Interesting. Let's talk about that. So, if this was yellow, it would need to see a different number than this. Couldn't we do like this, where this sees 3 and this sees 4? Oh, you're right. 3 does seem 4. That's absolutely true. Oh, that's a good point. The looking down kind of thing. I see what you mean. That's interesting. So you could do something like that. Okay, I'll look at that in a minute. It feels like there's something over here. So talking about what goes in here. Can this be yellow? If this is yellow... what does it mean to make this yellow? Or like, what does it mean to make it not yellow? Because then yellow has to get out without going in there. So if this is yellow, I mean, could somebody still squirrel in under here? This couldn't get out this way. Because of this. I see. If this is yellow, we could go here, but otherwise we have to like, how do we get out? Yeah, it seems like this can't be yellow. Is that true? Yeah, right. If you make this yellow, we can go this way, but then we're trapped. And then yellow's got to get out. Like this way or something, and then now this 3 sees a million. So I agree with you that that is not yellow. I don't know what it is. Well, but that means that the 3 is just going to see 3. So that just instantly makes these yellow, right? The fact that this isn't yellow is just another way of saying like, well, the 3 can only see what it can see, which does seem to push the blue. Are we in agreement on that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's nice. Great. Thanks for pointing that out. So, but this could be 3. Almost feels like it really wants to be. I mean, sorry, it could be yellow. So, okay, yes, you're right. That is digits. It's true because of the sight lines means this is a 4. And it means this is a 6. And does that put enough pressure on these to be meaningful? Because these are getting a bit restricted in terms of the low digits. Not outrageously so, but like just thinking of this X, right? There's a 9, so both 9 and 1 are ruled out. There's a 4, so both 4 and 6 are ruled out. A 5 will never be there. This 2 means that this can't be 8. So we get a little bit. It's either 2, 7, sorry, 3, 7 in either direction or 2, 8 in one direction. And then this person is just not as restricted. Well, it's actually not horrible. 4, like 4 and 6 are rolled. I'm gonna do it. So obviously there's no 5 in there. This side have 4, 9, 3, and 6 rolled out. 4, 9, 6, and 3 rolled out. This had 4 and 6 rolled out already. So really it's like 1, 2 to make it 8, 9, or it is 2, 3 for there, for this side. But that doesn't quite seem to interfere with anybody else. Maybe that wasn't super helpful. Now, that affects our red though, right? That's going to force red up because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that does grow red. This person already sees 3. Three would put a 7 here, which could be okay. Got to be a little bit conscious of this. Not terribly so, though. I mean... Okay, so that's growing this fellow up. If this isn't red, what is it? The blue technically can fit. What are you gonna do? Well, okay. The maximum of this... We already have 2 red digits over here. So this person's pretty hemmed in, right? It can't cross here. And it would hit this here. So this person is a maximum of 6, and it's not 6. So let's say that another way. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as the max, 3 as the min. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. It's definitely not 5 because it's not an X. We see a 6. 3, 4 is a 6, 7. So this only sees 3 or 4. If it's a 4, that's a 6. Which means that is an 8. And that's a 2. There. We do need to get a like our 8 is kind of, well, I guess our 8 can sort of still do some stuff. Like our 6, the 6 in the 8 cage is getting a little bit trapped. Okay, sorry. We did another one. This is good. I'm actually glad this puzzle is that I'm doing a bad job on it because it's really getting me through these prints. Oh no, that one failed so bad. Oh no. Oh no. Catastrophe. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. How did that not stop? Oh no! Oh my gosh. Oh, catastrophe. Catastrophe. What a disaster. Okay, sorry, I'll be right back. What a rough... I'm having a rough life. I'm having a rough time. This project is killing me. Just every step of it. Oh my gosh. I was trying to save a little bit of time. I'm hoping that I just didn't like damage the printer in some way. That was bad. That was real bad. It was really bad. If my printer's messed up, I'm kind of doomed. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right. It's not quite what I was aiming for. It looks like that big elephant blob from Chernobyl. What is that called? Some people call it like the elephant foot. Yeah, I did it. I made the elephant foot. Okay. Okay, I'm hoping... I was trying to save a little bit of time by not leveling between each print. Hopefully it's fine. I really hope it's fine. I have 2 of those and I need 24. Oh boy. I feel like I'm gonna end up reprinting all these anyway. Anyway, okay. Thanks for sticking around as as my life just crumbles into pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Oh gosh. Row 1 well, let me look at this real fast because am I making things harder than they need to be as usual? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't this have to be orange? Aren't these just orange? And all of my like agonizing about whether they're orange or not, or like, isn't this true? No, that's not, sorry, that's explicitly not true. I'm sorry, that's explicitly not true. Not true. No, I'm sorry. Sorry. Explicitly not true. It can't do that. What is true... It either goes like this, or it goes like this, or it goes like this. But that, any way that it does, okay. I almost have a thesis statement. So this, right, we have 5 here right now. This needs to see 7. So it's got to go, we need 2 more. It's either like this, or it's like this, or it's like this. Those are our options. No matter what, it hits... It's going to take some number of friends. If we go like this has to see more than this, right? Like this would have to see more than this, so we'd have to do that. That's still just 8, so I guess that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This has to see more. This would be a 2. Well, no, this would be a 3. This would have to be a 4 or 5 then, right? Okay, sorry. I thought there was something to this. One of these gets taken, and I thought that maybe by taking this one, something bad happened. But I think that's actually not true, and I was just wrong. Doing this because we can still grow this way. It's fine for this to see more than this. It doesn't have an X, so I'm just being a nonsense person. Okay, sorry. So you were suggesting row 1, column 5. That fellow up here, this person that we had labeled once upon a time, whomst among us. Look at all these boundaries. Do we really exhaust all our options down here? I don't feel like we really did. But maybe we did. We know this 3 has to get an 8 from somewhere. It's not getting it down here. Okay, so if we talked about this, like who could actually get up here? This one is so funny with only 2. That means this one's got a zig, right? Like a 2 means there's a zig happening. So actually this can't be pink then, right? Because as soon as we do this, if we go here, it grows an extra fellow to get out, and now this sees 3. But if we do this and just stop here, we still have to get out in the sees 3. So this is definitely not pink. What does that mean that it is? I mean, like 1 could still creep up there. Maybe there's some world that even 6 could creep up there. But it's not pink. If the 6 did creep up there, then the 4's got some problems. I still feel like there's something over here that I'm really failing to see. So this is either a 4. Oh, wait, what is this? This is either, this already sees 4, and it could see up to 6, and it's not 5, right? So this is 4, 5, 6, not 5. Which is kind of interesting, because that means you can't take just one of these, right? Like you have to take both. Or neither. Oh man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. So, right. With the 4, 6 there. Which... Wait. 4, 6 here. This is a 4 or a 6. That means this is not a 4, 6. One of our 10 options here was 4. This can only be 4 or 6, right? It already sees 4, can't be 5. The maximum it could ever see is 6. That removes 4 and 6 from here. Oops. I don't know what I just did. We want to remove 4 and remove 6 and get a 3, 5. Oh, sorry, 3, 7. And then that means this is now done. This 3 already sees it's 3. How about that? And then additionally, that removes 7 from here and 3 from here. It feels pretty good. Pretty into that, right? So we have now this, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's wrong. Oh no, what have I done? Now the 8 can't... What did I do? Wait, hang on. This needs... Oh, that's exactly right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That just is it. Right. Okay. I was thinking we have lots of places to get the 9. So that's good. And then we've got to get the 9 somewhere, right? So this is done. This boundary is established. The 9 must be, or sorry, not the 9, the 9th cell. I shouldn't say the 9. We just need, we have our 8, and we need our final friend. So 3 is certainly coming this way, right? And by 3 I mean yellow. Do you have to be red, or could you be another person? Unclear. So this person sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or possibly 7. So this is another 6, 7. What's all the 6, 7s around here? Weird blue is going to need a 3. That is very true. Excellent point. Right. 3 in weird blue. Is that weird blue? I try to make it this blue, the blue that's on the second page, but somehow something weird happens in Sudoku Pad when you copy the colored values. I don't really know why. Like, I feel like I've tried to do this before. Like, if we got this, don't do that. Oh shoot, it's explicitly not what I meant to do. Well, now I've ruined everything. Just make it a weirder blue again. I have a hard time with Sudoku Pad digits. Or colors, excuse me. Weird blue. Just make it something like that, right? Anyway. Okay, what are we doing? So, this just is 3, right? So, like, in this little elbow, we have to place a 3 in the elbow. We ruled 3 out here because 7 couldn't be here. So this, I think, just is a 3. Which makes this an 8 too. And we finally get this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now everything we did over here previously is validated, which is amazing. So this means we have to have all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're back to where we were previously, which is very exciting. It does grayify this. It does mean that this has to grow. And then that this is 6. And so are we happy again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're back. We've recovered from my false assumption here. We're so back. It's true. Okay. That was exciting. Very exciting. So now what are we going to do? That person there, that 6, 7. I just want to mentally reassess a little bit, because we have a little more cleanup to do, right? Because we pulled the 2. We already have 2 in this cage. So 2 comes out of here. So 8 comes out of here. But 1, 7, 8. 1, 7, 8, I guess, is still fine. Right? It does mean 2 and 4 have to appear in this column, though, right? Like 2 and 4. Yeah, right. This triple is this triple. Right? So this is a 2-4 pair. Because these digits all have to appear down here. Which means that if this is low, it has to be a 1. Okay, I just want to think about this per person for a minute. Like, this is fairly restricted just in terms of, like, it's missing. Okay, what can this be? Right? So it's obviously not 2, 3, or 4. It sees 6 and 7. It's never a 5. So that puts 1, 8, 9 there, which is 9, 1, 2 here. but you can never have a 1 in a cage, because it's got to be connected, and it counts itself. So that's not 1, so that's not 9. So this either sees 2 or it sees 9, and how could it possibly see 9 of anything? Because there's a boundary here and there's a boundary here. So the most it could ever see of anything is 5, period. So I think that's the 2 and that's the 8. And if this is 2, doesn't it, I mean, I really want to say that it's our remaining red digit, but I guess it doesn't have to be. Like, is this possible? Or is this just red? Oh my gosh, it failed again. Oh my gosh. Oh no, this is so bad. This is so bad. It's so bad. What am I gonna do? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go cry. I'll be right back. Okay, you can keep me company for a minute while I panic. Maybe, gosh, I have other filaments coming today that I ordered 10 days ago that I was hoping would make this less painful. I'm gonna try something. I don't really think this is the problem. I have to wait a minute, I guess. It said unload. Okay, we're gonna try a quick trick. I don't know that this is gonna help anything. Like I'm running out of options in a major way. If I don't print this today, I've traveled tomorrow. Run out of time. How did this happen? How did I do this to myself? It's been a long time since I've like so grossly underestimated the complexity of a project. It's been actually a very long time since I've done this bad of a job gauging project difficulty. Oh well. I don't know if this is going to make a difference, but it's not going to hurt anything. Really hope I did not somehow cause like actual damage to the printer with the catastrophic print from a little earlier. That would be so bad. Just trying a little trick. That may not actually help in any way, but cool. Made a circle. How many I have to make? I have to make 24. I have printed so many tests in different versions that add up to some number, but they all have to also be the same color, or they mess. They're like little diffusers for LEDs, and if they're not the exact same like color filament, there's a problem. I have black filament that prints better than this, but I don't have enough to print them all the same. And the shipment that I ordered 10 days ago, so that I would have consistent filaments to print, has not arrived. It's supposed to arrive today, but I have travel tomorrow, so it's just like not ideal. Not ideal. That's how I would describe the situation. Less than ideal. Helio, how's it going, buddy? I mean, it's a bummer because it's one of those things where it's just like, I've got to just make a decision and go forward, which I thought I had by saying like, we're just going to print it in this gray that is not the ideal filament. Filament? But the gray is not going to do it. Got to do the black, or I will run out of black and I should just wait for the shipment to arrive with the filament I think will actually work well. I don't know. Falling apart over here. What a situation I find myself in. Let's try to print again. Let's see if this one fails. I mean, I've done so much testing to get this particular grid down to some like a reasonable print speed. Like I can't like really iterate on the design anymore. Good grief. Okay, welcome back. We were just discussing this 2 and what the nature of this 2 was. It could be our final red, or it could be some other person. We did rule out 2 from here, which rules out 8 from here, I think. So we're kind of getting, yeah, 5 5s in here. So what do we need? It's like 1, 5, 7, 8. Is that what remains here? Oops. That's the last of these people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're not 7, you're not 5. So 5 is up here. Okay. Right. What are we doing with this person? Oh, well, that's an interesting one. That's a great point. If this person grew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this person grew, we would no longer be able to grow red. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 would be a sad person. So it does seem like that is indeed a 6, which means that this is a bounded property, right? Which probably means that this is getting pretty restricted, right? This pair. Yellow's going to need to find a 6 somewhere. Our 6s are getting dense. Anyway, this person, obviously not a 5. It just sees 6 and 8, which also takes out 2 and 4. This has a 3 in it, which takes out the 7, but it also saw a 7. So what about these combinations of digits? These seem like reasonable people. So it's either 1, 9, or there is still the possibility of a 7, 3. Well, where's red gonna get its 7? Red can only poke its head up. I'm inhaling evaporating isopropyl alcohol. This, we need to grow here or here, right? If we grew here, we'd still be able to do that. It means this little person would have to like poke their head down. Should we be back to thinking about this situation? We definitely, I mean, we obviously can't do this now. Right, okay, let's think about this. Right. This is a 6. It can't, this 6 can't connect to this 2 because then the red can't go anywhere, right? Then red would not be able to grow anywhere. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's kind of the, if this was 6 looking up here. So we know, okay, a couple things we know. This is never green, right? Because we already have the 6. And we said it's got to take, we decided it could never connect with 2. There just wasn't really a way to do that. 2 doesn't go this way. 2's got to be part of a little zig. Two can't go that way. 2 has to zig this way or zig this way. Oh, we do also know these digits are here, right? Like 1, 1, 5, 6, 7. This is 1, 5, 6, 7. Just because these digits we know have to appear here, which this 5, 6, 7 sees. That's true, right? Because the 8's there. These digits are here. So I think that is just 1. That's not 6. That's not 7. So this actually sees some people. Like this has some vision. Row 8, column 5, partner. Oh yeah, the friend here. Oh yeah, good grief. Why, Screaming Ice Cube? How's it going? This is a this is an intriguing spot. What could this possibly be? I'm gonna guess it's a 4. How did I not see that? This is intriguing. This is also intriguing, perhaps less intriguing than that. We did just roll a 1 out here, which rolls a 9 out here. We do know that 3 and 4 have to appear. Well, that doesn't actually help, right? This digit has to appear in red, but the 2 could go up. I want to just finish thinking about this for 1 second, and then we'll come back down. Although it's, did we learn something definitive here? Already off to a bad start. This is so bad. I'm like, this is a very bad situation that I'm in. Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Sorry, forgive me for all the interruptions. I'm gonna just print it in black, I guess. I'm like kind of doomed. I'm a little bit doomed, everybody. What am I gonna do? I thought I had this figured out, but okay, let's try black. Try black. Black. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is a real rough situation to be in. Okay. Okay. The fumes are not helping. Let's return to our discussion. I mean, all these X's are getting pretty restricted now, right? Like, let's just talk about this one quickly. So it's obviously not 5, 6, or it's obviously not 5 ever. 7 is seen from all kinds of directions. So it's not 7, so it's not 3. 6, both 6s are seen, so it's not 6 and it's not 4. We see 8, 2. So it's either, again, it could be a 1, 9 in either direction, or 2, 8. This is a weirdo situation. These are the same digit. Oh, well, okay. That's a slightly helpful, meaning like they can't. These have to be from. These are different regions. It's not like a region that's like sneaking around like that. Ugh, I'm so stressed out. Good grief. Just thinking about like digits being excluded already. You know, like 5 definitely being in here. I don't know if that really helps anything. Okay, so this actually didn't do quite as much as perhaps we were hoping. Does mean this sees fewer digits than this, but we're not totally certain that this has to be orange. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this little party. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this number in particular, right? So it's certainly not 5, 6, or 7, and certainly not 1. If we put a 9 here, this would be a double 1, and that would be bad. If we put an 8 here, at least one. If we put a 4 here, we'd need 6s, and that would be bad. Oops. 2 would want some 8s. 3 would want some 7s. 8 would want some 2s. So 2 would be 8, 3 would be 7s, 8s would be 2s. This... we can't put, right, not 3, because not 7. So this is a little 2-8 party, right? Is that what we're working with? We got a 2-8 pair. And then, so these are from 3, 5, and 9. And that's not true at all. I'm sorry. It's not 5. What's the other digit? It's 3, 9, and what? 4. 3, 4, and 9? Uh-oh, did I do something wrong? Uh-oh. That error seems like I've made a mistake. Did I rule out something I shouldn't have? What did I do there? Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely not 3, 5, 9. I'm very good at that. It was 3, 4, 9, right? 3, 4, 9. This sees a 4. So this just ends up being 4. Right? Because we had a 3, 4, 9 triple remaining. Why couldn't you be 4? You couldn't be 4 because you couldn't be 6. So that 4, 6 is this. That 5's this. Which 7's this and 6 is this. which is very exciting. You have to remember that this digit needs to appear somewhere. Yeah, that was great. Thank you for directing me there. How are you, Ice Cube? So, does that help with our discussion on whether, right, these can't connect? Well, I mean, this has to go down, right? Okay. This needs to see 6 people. So it's definitely orange, right? Like this has to be orange. Because if it's not, it only sees 2. However, if we make this orange, it's going to be broken, right? Whatever this is has to see fewer than this, because it's when in reality it would have to see more. We'd want this to be bigger. So I don't think these connect, which I think means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that this does become orange. And once this becomes orange, like nobody can get down here except for orange. Does that track? Or does that seem wrong? This would have to grow. By 2. We feel okay about this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this is bounded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is bounded. This is obviously bounded. This is obviously bounded. So we have to grow by 2 and make both of these orange. You're toying with my emotions now. Okay. So that seems regionally appropriate. And the only way this is going to see 5 is to do that, which I didn't mean to do. Okay. That's very good filament, and it looks like a good print. I'm just going to run out of it. But more is supposed to arrive today, but I travel tomorrow. So I really can't describe, like, this is an enormously complicated project, and I have, like, it has lots and lots of complex details, and like every part of it I've had trouble with in a way that makes me want to cry. Like, I've had such a hard time with this project. Okay, this person is 1, 2. Oh no, vandalism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. This is the 8, which places 2 and 2 and 8. It removes 8 from here, which removes 2 from here. So that becomes a 1, 9 pair. So then we're left with, like, what? 2, 3, 4 as a triple. You're not 2. 2, 3, 4 is a triple. Seems reasonable. That 3, 9 pair, though. What are we missing in here is 5. Right? Well, I obviously can't count either, so. Okay, we're really making progress now. Now, this person has to do this. Right? Like, there's no option to not do that. Does that mean it is definitely friends with the 2? It's certainly not friends with the 6. I mean, there's probably just some more. I mean, we've done quite well, actually, with our X's. Let's just think about this X because it's the last X we need to think about. Even though it's going to be pretty restricted on the left-hand side for sure. So it's not 5. It's not 4, 6. It's not 8, 2. Right? Taking 3 and 7 from this side removes 3 and 7 from this side. So we get another 1, 9 pair in 2 different regions. Soter. Sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Soter. You're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you. The very obvious thing. That's huge. Soter rhymes with voter. Hello, Soter. That is an excellent point that we already have a 2 in here. And that gives us a 3, 4 pair, which places the 9 and the 1 and the 9 and the 3 and the 7. That was huge. Thank you. A 3, 4 pair also places the 2 here. And it means our remaining digits here are something like 1, 4. Does that seem true? Which is going to place this. Blobz, as usual, this is a beautiful puzzle and would operate so smoothly if my brain was functional. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just stressed out. I am stressed out. That is true. Okay, that was lovely. So I don't exactly know what's going on over here in terms of like who is friends with whom. We still haven't really determined the nature of the red little bandit there. We only have 2 digits here to place, which are what? 3 and 8. And one of them is sightliney. So 8 feels like a stretch. Can't be 8, right? Like 8 would be all of these, but then 5 would have to see this. And this would be lost. And that's a very big region. So I'm going to say this is the 3 and this is the 8. That's not 8. So we get a 1, 7 pair here. So you're not 1 and you're not 7. We get a 5, 8 pair here. Okay, that's exciting. So this 3 then becomes kind of a little jerk. But maybe we just need to do some more Sudoku. So this is like 2, 5, 9. And who has, is that, what actually remains in red? Because we need a 2 in red. Where are we going to get it? Okay, this is red. Gosh, right. Red needs a 2. And we can only go up here or up here to find that 2, and we can't get it here. So this is red. And that is the end of the red. Uh-oh. Disagreement on the 3 situation. I'm choosing to ignore the problem, which is my solution for everything. Just like how I ignored all these 3D prints that now are ruining my life. I'm going to look in there and I might be sad. Okay, no disasters so far. Watch it be neither. Yeah, it's some other like heretofore undiscovered color. So what do we actually, what can we do here? 1, 5, 9? And that's not the one. You people are all hanging out up here. Oh, well, that's funny. If this was, I guess it's still possible. Remember, our 2 has got a zig. Our 2 doesn't go this way. Our 2 has to zig somewhere, right? Like we have to have a ziggy 2. I think that is possible, though. We have so many 6s in this puzzle. There's thousands of them. Surely we can, like... Can we not make some, like, statements about 6s in the world? Maybe we can't. Doesn't it feel like we should be able to make some statements about sixes in the world? Okay, x's. We've done all the x's, like fully resolved. We have a number of like peaky little peepers. So you're also a 5'9", which is kind of interesting. But is this person really going to see 9? There's no way. Like, there's not. It's not a 9, right? There's no way it's a 9. Is there any way in the entire universe that this is a 9? I don't think so. I think 7's the best it can do. So isn't this 5? Sorry, I'm still choosing to ignore the whatever's going on up here. I'm just ignoring it. Hoping it'll go away. Oh, our 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Funny because you're gonna need. Okay, 6 this. We've got to deviate somewhere because we've got to get a 2, right? Where are we gonna grab the 2? We can't have this 2, and there's not a 2 down here. We can't reach this 2, and there's not a 2 here available to grab. I mean, if we did this, it would be very ridiculous. Like, our ability to snatch 2s is somewhat limited. But it's not pink. I don't know. Maybe that's not a really meaningful statement. What's actually missing here? 5 and 5/8? Was that true? That was 5/8, right? That's 8. That's 5. Feels like our Sudoku world is collapsing of its own without having to think very hard. 3, 3, 6, 7. Okay, there's the 6s. The 6s. That's what I want. More 6s. How many 6s do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where is the final 6 in this puzzle? Here? Is that true? I think that's the last 6. Ignore it all and do Sudoku. I'm going to do that for just a moment. Just relax. Just a little Sudoku relaxation, you know? Normally I want to avoid Sudoku, but... Okay, well, we got a 6, and that feels meaningful. I would like to put something in these, but they don't really seem like pencil mark worthy at this very moment. I mean, this person is a real... We know there's a zig with the 2. We just don't know the nature of that zig, and we know this isn't pink. Are there some people that, like, are close? Not really. Like, we really know very little about these, or we've at least, like, marked very little about them. Just was wondering if there's anybody that's kind of, like, forbidden from... Like, for example, this person doesn't go here. Oh, okay, well, is that interesting? Let me think about this for a second. This person doesn't take the 1, obviously. It could take the 9. If it took the 9, it would take the 4 as well. How do we feel about that? I wish I could use different color filaments, but I can't really do it. You think... Can't tell if serious? Doesn't it feel like there's other digits we almost fully know everything about? Like 2s? We're very close on 2s, but not quite there. Like kind of the little 2 X-wing sort of, like the 2s. one of these is a 2, for example. I mean, one of these is a 2. I feel pretty certain, because there's like a little X swing of 2s. So what actually is going on in here? Because 1's not going to be in those, and 2's not going to be there. So these are 1, 2, 4, 7, 8. Is that true? And then, like, that's not 1 or 2 or 8. You're not 4, 7. You're not 2, 8. You're not 1, 2, 4. You're not 8. So what? And this is obviously not 1 either. So we end up with like a 4, 7 situation here and a 2, 4, 7 situation here. The 4, 7 situation, 7 doesn't feel like outrageously limiting. This person is obviously not a 1, and it's not a 2. Could be a 3. So it's what? 1, 4, 7, 9? No. It's 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. Yeah, but it's not. Okay. 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. But it's obviously not a 1, and it's obviously not a 7. I would have a hard time believing it's a 9. Do we really think this is a 9? Maybe it is. It can't connect to the 2 like this, right? Maybe that, no. Actually, it's not a 9. It's not a 9. It's not a 9 because a 9 has to contain a circle, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But you could ditch this 6 and do that, right? Fierce actual Sudoku discourse going on as I stumble my way through this. But maybe, oh god, I really wanted to say that couldn't be a 9, but I think it actually can be if we do this, right? Actually, that's not true for a dumb reason. If this is a 9, that's a 3 and that's a 7, which is bad. So this, is there any scenario in which this can be a 9? Like you can't, if this is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it always has a 7. And so this means that we end up with a double 3, kind of no matter how we do it. I think that's not a 9, everybody, which I think means that that is the 9, and that's the 1, and that's the 7. That unsevenifies you, which I don't really think it could be. Doesn't that really limit? Yeah, 4, 7. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry, it made a scary noise. That 4, 7 pair makes this an 8, which places the 5 and the 8. That also places the 2, which is a little suspect. 9, 5, 2. I'm worried I made a mistake, frankly. This is the other half of this 3, 7 pair. We've got a little 3, 4, 7 triple here. This just appears to be a 5, which places the 1 here and the 5 here. This just appears to be part of a 3, 7, a 1, 3, 7? 1, 3, 7, and we see the 7 here and the 1 here. So 3, 7 pair is going to place the 1. Okay, did that finish? Okay. Really lateral. I don't need regions. We're gonna do the regions last. We're done with this. Okay. Let's try to print again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing a puzzle. This is, we got a 3-4-7 triple here. Where did our music go? Oh, it's just very quiet. Can you actually hear the music? I don't want it to be so loud that it's distracting. Music's fine? Okay, well now I turned it up and it's gonna be too loud, huh? Okay, don't touch it. Okay, anyway, this is, we have a 3-4-7 triple, which means we just are placing a 9, I think. This just looks like the other half of a 3-4 pair. So now maybe we actually try to solve regions, but I think we have, I don't think we can go further than this. Can we? Can we? Okay, so how do we do this? Well, let me tell you. This who is this person? It can see either, like, it definitely involves these. It can't have a 6 in it. It can't connect to the 2, at least not directly. So it's got to have the, it doesn't have a 4 in it, I don't think, because trying to get to the 4, we're going to go through a 3-4 pair. So doesn't that kind of seem like it's going to take the 1? Oh, right, the zigzag. That's a good point. If pink zigs, we're in a bad situation. What can it even do? Good point on that. Okay, but I just want to think about this slightly more because it feels that the challenge for this person, it feels like it's getting a 2. Which we obviously couldn't do that because we wouldn't have any circled people. We could, in this scenario, if we took this 2, we couldn't take the 4. We obviously couldn't take the 6. We could take the 1. We would need an 8. So maybe that does work, doesn't it? You... now I definitely know I'm just making things too hard. Okay, I'm gonna finally cave and go to the top of the puzzle, which I've been avoiding. I'm just looking for like rare, precious gems of a digit, you know, relative to like where people are. Like where this person gets, I don't know, 7. Be hard for this to take this 7 because then this 8 is in a tough spot. But there's some 7s lurking up here somewhere that may be available. Okay, well, let's talk about the zigosity of this person. The other thing, okay, we said this doesn't happen, right? Didn't we say this doesn't happen for reasons? Because if we do, if whatever this is was pink, we could like do this, but then we're trapped. But is that everything? Wait, is that the whole puzzle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's fine actually. If this is pink, what is this if it's not pink? Because this is definitely true. It's either pink or it's green, right? And how could it be green without taking this 5? All right, this 5 sees all of this. There's a 6 in it, so it's not this. There's a 1 in it, so it's not this. And for 4 to even be able to get up here to connect to this would have to go through a 5. So I think that's pink. Is that a real statement? Or did I do that wrong? This is real? It's real. So that means that we can't go here. This is a different person. So let's draw some borderness. This fellow is done, right? These fellows are all done. We can't go in here, so this is done. We always have to take this 4 because we've got to continue to grow, and if we try to grow and take this 4 or something, this 4 is in isolation. So I think we always take this 4, and we still have to grow. So we have to take this, and then if we do that, the only place we can grow is here. Like isn't that the only way this works? Oh, yes. Also, very good point. That's a much easier way to put it. Is like we'd have to traverse across 1 and 2, both of which are claimed. That is true, Soder. Okay, that's good. That seems good. I think I'm like inhaling these vaporized isopropyl alcohol fumes. It's probably not that good. I think isopropyl alcohol is generally considered safe, but I don't know about inhaling vaporized alcohol. Okay, this person obviously is married to this person. So what do we do now in terms of 6-ness? This needs to see 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's dark green has to go this way, right? It is required by law. So really, like our options are these two are the same color. These are a green of some description, right? All of these are a green of some description. We didn't actually get any digits over here, right? We just placed colors. Oh, color row 8, column 5. Now that we've bounded this once and for all. Oh, the greenness of this. Oh, that's very true. Yeah, great point. Because we know these aren't friends. And that means this is not available to this person. So we have like, this is our party. So then the question is like, it's not green. Doesn't really feel like there's any possibility of it being 4, because any way we tried to get to 4, we're going to fence off 1, right? Like, so doesn't it feel like this has to be blue? And then these digits have to be shared amongst these two people. There's already a 5 in blue, so that becomes green. There's already a 9 in blue because that becomes green, which instantly greenifies both of these. That means this digit is not. That means this digit is light green. This digit is a brother of that digit. We have to connect here, and there's a 5 there. So that works thusly. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dark green. That is a 3, 4, 7 triple in here. We're missing a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need a 1. So it's got to be there, right? We've got to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That just is this, right? Isn't that all we can do here? Oops, sorry. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That gives us the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems like a thing that is possibly true. So let's draw some lines. Oh, Blobz, this is so good. Very excited by your foray into chaos construction. I'm sorry I've been so clumsy with it. This was also a line. I feel like I got off to the wrong foot with got off on the wrong foot with this bad logic that actually it turned out to be the right number, but for the wrong reasons, which really cramps my style. This is not dark green. Is dark green done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, dark green's done. So now we've got to like split our digits amongst blue and yellow, right? That is our remaining task. And like, you know, yellow needs a 5 for sure. Yellow, this 6 has to be a yellow. This 9 has to be a yellow. That gives this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. If this person becomes yellow, it sees too much. There's already a 2 in yellow anyway. So you must be blue. Blues have to become friends. That places a 4 here and places a 3 here, which means this has to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's right. I'm sorry. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, that really scared me for a second. Okay, and then, oops, these must be yellow. And so we should be able to just place digits now, right? Just based on regional Sudoku. Oh, that was so good. Thanks, everybody. Okay, really appreciate everybody's patience. That should not have taken two hours, but I'm having a crisis, so I will. I'm gonna cut myself some slack because 1, I'm in a crisis, and 2, I'm inhaling lots of fumes that are probably not good to inhale. Okay, I should probably go like eat food or do something that is not in this room. Or I could just pick another Blobz puzzle for Blobsmas. And okay, this is probably a bad choice, but get some ventilation for Christmas. I mean, normally I try not to be in here when I'm doing long prints. But yeah, should probably filter this. Okay, I'm gonna solve. Is this bad form? So Blobz sent me a Christmas puzzle, but it's very possible that it's being solved by cracking the cryptic today. Like it might be their holiday puzzle, so maybe it would be bad manners to do that. Let's see. Let's check my little Blobz backlog. Okay, let's do this. Now, since our mind is in like chaos sightline world, you don't think it's bad manners? I mean, no one cares about my tiny channel compared to them anyway. Okay, I want to. I'm going to do it. I think it's not bad manners because no one will see mine anyway. And it will be our festive thing. And also, Soder says it's fine. And I'm going to take Soder's word for it. So, let's do Deck the Halls as our little dessert. We'll do it for dessert. So, it looks like we have yellow region sums. What? Pink Ren bands, green German whispers, digits and white cells, digits and white cell. Oh yeah, quads. Yellow region sums? Oh, it wasn't today? Okay, maybe it's gonna be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be tomorrow's or the next day. Okay, anybody who doesn't want a spoiler of Simon or Mark solving this, time to dip out. But okay, this is gonna break my brain with yellow region sums. We're just gonna do it. But unfortunately, first we have to do this. Oh my gosh, Flinty, hello! Flinty? A raid permit? I don't know. I don't know if I can grant that. I mean, I've just crashed everything. There we go. Okay. All right. it's, you know, it's funny with everyone coming in. I just gave a disclaimer. Ollie, how's it going? Oh, Flinty, it's so nice to see you. Isaac Pie. How was your stream? I hope it all went well. Hello, Phil. Oh, it's lovely to see you all. Okay, but I have to give the disclaimer I was just giving. We want this little Christmas tree? What do we want for our background? Santa losing his mind. Look at that beautiful wreath. Let's do this. Christmas spiral. Who's this by? Sylvian 69780. This will be our beautiful background. Okay, just to say, this is a new Blobz puzzle. It's possible, it seems possible, if not likely, that it's going to be on Cracking the Cryptic in the next few days. So, 4 out of 5. I'm struggling with 1 out of 1 over here. 4 or 5, not 4 out of 5. Oh, okay. 4 out of 5 star. Okay. 4 out of 5 stars. Flinty's doing 5-star puzzles only. Okay, just to say, disclaimer, the puzzle I'm about to do was sent by Blobz to celebrate Blobsmas. It seems probable that it will be on Cracking the Cryptic, so if you want to wait and see a good solver solve this, you should wait and see Simon and Mark solve it instead of me. So disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. I'm also losing my mind in here, inhaling fumes, trying to print these grids that are ruining my entire life. This puzzle, or this project I'm working on. Oh boy. Okay, ready? Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer's done. Okay, here's the real, oh, this is adorable. Look how cute this is. So the thing we have to remember about this puzzle is this is a region sum line. It is a yellow region sum line, which is a Christmas, I don't even know what to call it. Christmas catastrophe. That's not fair. It's not catastrophic. Okay, so German Whisper, this seems like simple and cute. We've got German Whispers. I mean, maybe it's not going to be, I say simple, I might struggle with it, but it seems straightforward, I should say. We've got German Whispers, we've got yellow region sums, and we've got pink little baubles. Cute. So we've got little rim band baubles. Okay. Well, this is cute. I like the look of this. I like the way our little quads are up in the sky. Okay, so where do we want to start? Time to think about that. Yeah, there's a, no, not baubles, baubles. The baubles, which I think it just means like trinkets or treasures or things like that. Oh, sorry, you said blobbles. Yes, blobbles. Sorry, I missed the pun. I thought we were talking about archaic words like blobbles, baubles. Okay, what are we thinking about? Whisper time? Where's the 5? This the 5? So let's just start decorating our wreath. And since we don't know if they're high or low, we'll just make them nice Christmas colors. The printer sounds like it hasn't done anything terrible yet, but I'm kind of terrified. Seems like we're okay. I think we're okay. Okay, and what does that mean? So we got some low, oh, well, I guess we should also think about these maybe a tiny bit, just in terms of 8nesses. Okay, so what do we want to think about? We could potentially think about the lownesses and highnesses of these. That's certainly a thing we could think about. We could think about some sums here, which makes, these can't be terribly high, but you could have up to 6, I guess, on one of these. And then we have these little friends here. I keep thinking of these as little cute music notes. Okay, let's consider polarity. I always forget in Sudoku terms which is parity and which is polarity, because I think of polarity as positive and negative and parity as 0 or 1. And I forget which one people like to use for high and low and which one people like to use for even and odd. Even and odd is parity because 0 and 1 is the same thing, right? So this is polarity. We're thinking about polarity above and below 5. We just call it smallness. Polarity, yeah, so above and below 5. If 5 is 0. Okay, where do we start here? We do have some things worth considering, like these people that see a lot of digits that see their friends. You know, I guess meaning like these digits can't be 4 or 6, right? Because that would be double 9 or double 1. Whatever the set is, whatever the high-low set is, these digits cannot be 4 or 6, because that would hurt everybody's feelings. So this is 4 or 6. So this is 1 or 9. Is that a thing that sounds reasonable? And then now I'm out of ideas. That's not true for these people though, right? Like this person has double trouble and this person has double trouble. This person doesn't have double trouble. It would appear. Like this, it seems like this person could be double trouble-y. That's hilarious. It's been a while since we've had a good run of terrible puns in the channel. I feel like that's really where Helio excels. Where's Helio? Get Helio in here for the like atrocious puns. So, okay, what do we need to think about here? Like putting 1 here does do a thing here, right? If we put 1 here, then this is definitely 2, 3, 4, and this is 9, right? Like that is, this as a 1 is an impactful statement, is it not? Like that moves the needle. But is that forbidden in some way? I mean, is that a bad idea? Does that hurt anyone's feeling? It kind of, right. Okay, that doesn't work actually. Because if you make this 1, then this is minimum 2, 3, 4 to make 9, right? And then these are all low digits, but these are supposed to be low digits. So this is high. Can we agree on that together? It's too many greens. You're absolutely right. It's like too many cooks. So let's orangify these perhaps. And let's bluify these perhaps, which are not Christmas colors. I mean, it kind of looks absurd. We did say then that 6 had to be here or here, I think is the thing we said. So what does that mean in terms of 9ness? Go to 1. It does 9ify over here, right? The last thing you want on Christmas is too many greens. It's not what we're looking for. Okay. Okay, that didn't fail. That's good. It's not perfect, but it's not broken. And so if on a scale between perfect and broken, I'm kind of aiming for somewhere in the middle, preferably, you know, like somewhere halfway between. Oh my gosh, I have so many of these to print. Oh my gosh, this is a bad idea. I've made poor decisions. Okay, let's print. Print plate. I'm gonna level it, just no risks. Okay, welcome back. So what were we talking about? We were saying this 9 here, along with this 9, takes all, like claims all of our 9s in there and lands down here, which is gonna put a limit on this, right? So now there is a 5 on this because there's not a 9. Ice Cube is talking about what? Row 3, column 7. That's a good point. Well, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a minimum. These have to, it has to be an even number, right? And so 5 would be 15, so 16 is the next one. So you're right, because these are equal lengths. So that is true. So that's not a 6, 7. But by putting the 9 over here, we've now kind of constrained this. Is that true? It's not true. That's not true. This could still just straight up be 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the thing we need to think about? Do we need to think about polarity with these? That would kind of seem like a thing to think about. Also a good point. Thank you. Yeah, the 9s, that is a good point. So with our 9ness down here, we have like un-9ified this. And there's the maximum, what's the highest digit you could have on here? I guess is 8, 1 here. So there's definitely no 9 here. So that, and this 9 is seen there. So that does place our 9, which is very nice. Why is the printer making a weird noise? I'm stressed out about this. I have to, oh, I have 2 perhaps that work, and I need 24. And I need them so soon. Okay. Juggler, how's it going? Happy holidays. Okay. We have not quite constrained this. Like the highness is here. There's only, these are highnesses, your highness. I'm going to think about that a little bit because I want to, if we could like knock an 8 off of here, for example, or knock a 1 off or something. Like we do know that there's like one of these, one or possibly both of these are 1s. But the thing I was just trying to think about was the 8s. Or even the 7 really with the 1, 2 pair. Oh, right. That is a very fair point. This 9. Because this is a low, I mean, this sees both of those. This sees this. So that does put 9 in here, but not here. Which is like, push our 8s up there. The low people we don't know that much about. It is like, that is sort of a thing worth considering. Like if 8, I'm curious about 8s. Doesn't seem like 8s are somehow important to the discussion. This can't be a 2, right? And this can't be a 3. All right, so these are low digits for sure. However, this can't be a 4 because it would need a 9. And it can't be a 2 because 2 would get like gravity, would get sucked right up there. So that's not a 2. If it was a 3, then this would be an 8, 9 pair, right? And that would be bad. If we put a 3 here, this would be 8, 9. So this is, I'm going to say this is a 1. Yeah, Yella. Yeah, Yella is a region sum 9. I know, we're all shocked. We are all shocked at this. Are we in agreement here? That making this that this couldn't be a 4 because of the 9. And it couldn't be a 2 because of this. And if I put a 3 here, this would be an 8, 9 pair. But we've already have our 9 spoken for. So doesn't this have to be a 1? This could be 4, 9. The 3 is removed. This can't be a 4 because we'd have double 9. So this is a 2. Is that true? So that unsixifies you because that would have had to be double 1 and makes this a 6 and this a 1. I see a lot of heat mapping happen. Did I do something bad? I feel like we're doing okay. We're doing like sort of okay, right? Right? Is it that bad? Okay, so we got our 6, 1. The 2. Okay, the Ice Cube delegation, the delegate from Kansas. I see the delicate from Kansas. Would you kindly take the floor? Okay, so this is a 2-3. The 2-3 situation would put an 8-9, or the 3 would require an 8-9, which seems not impossible. 7 wants a 1-2, but this could be a double 2 with the 7, right? I mean, so 7 is not quite forbidden yet, is it? 7's forbidden from being here. No, that's not true. Well, okay. 7 could be here if this was 1 or 2. So that, but it's not 2, right? Because we've like eaten our 2s. This is not a 2. Because, right, I should just do this like a sane person. And then this is, it's also not 4, right? It's not 2. It's not 4 because we need double 9. It's not 3 because a 3 would need an 8-9 pair. So that is a 1. So that does allow a 6 here. Oh yes, I'm sorry. This 2 does see this. That is true. That is quite true. That 2ifies this. That does make this an 8-9 pair. I should probably pencil mark the oranges. It's true. It's true. But now we know them. We just know them. We don't have to think about it, right? So this is what, 6, 7, 8, but not 7 here. This is not a 6 because of the 2. But this could be a 7 situation, right? That feel like the truth? So we didn't quite rule our 8s. So we have placed an 8 down here, right? Just like we placed our 9. We've placed a 2 down here. 8, 9. 3 is in this neighborhood. I'm sure I'm missing very obvious things. Pickled walnuts, is that a thing? Is it time to ring the bell? Oh, right. Remember, this is like the hallmark of how I solve puzzles. Remember when I said, when we talked about if this was a 1, this would definitely be a 2, 3, 4. So this is 2, 3, 4 minimum. So this is 9, right? Are we happy with that? And these are all low people, which means we need a 5 here. And that this is a high digit. That is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And you're not 3, and you're not 2, and you're not 4. Is that a statement that we can stand by? That seems to place the 9, actually, up here. So 9 ends up here with the 8, not there. Okay, well, I'm very pleased with that. That was very exciting. It somehow always feels like slightly illegal when 2, 3, 4 sums to 9. Like there's something like I'm getting away with something. Means a 5 is up here. A 5 on this line is not impossible. With a 5, 1, 3. That's not. Is there something preventing this from also being 2, 3, 4? I don't know. Putting the 1 here with an 8 would force it 2, 3. If there was an 8 here, we'd be forcing another 2, 3, 4 here, which again feels illegal. It feels against the law. This can be a 6. The 7 would allow for a 1, 2. 3 wants an 8, 9 pair. The 7 with the 2. The time to think about the red bands. Stone crop. Good point. Very good point. We need to place, this person has 2 and 3 on it, and we just have forbidden them from being in here. So it does mean 1 is over here, and it just means this just is a 2-3 pair. Good point. Right? Is that what we think about that? Because 2, 3, 4 were ruled out of the quad. I think that's what we think, which puts some pressure on this, right? And put some pressure on the 1 placement. I mean, 1 is certainly not on this. What is it? This bubble. Am I forgetting? Why can I not do that? Oh, Juggler. Did you know? Here's a tip for you. If you see a configuration like this, it looks right at that. This is not 2. That is 4, 3, 2, which is very exciting. Just glancing. Like well, no. The 1 is definitely there. I just want to think about this hula hoop for just a moment, because this hula hoop definitely has a 9 on it, right? Like there's for sure a 9 on this. Like 9 C's there and 9 C's there. So that forces this to be 9, 8, 7, 6. And so doesn't that force this to be 1, 4, 5? And we can't, there's no 4, I mean 1 is up here, right? Like we can't have 4 or 5, that would be a terrible situation. So we know 1 is here, so 1 is not here, so we don't have 1 here, so we do have 1 here. How's that sound? This 5's a little funny. We haven't figured it out quite yet. So what does that mean? That means the following thing. It means what? Well, this doesn't work with 1, 4 would only be 5 plus 3 would be 8. So it only have to have the, doesn't this have to be 1, 5 with 6 and with 3 and with 2? How do we feel about that? That makes this a number. That is from 5, 6, oops. Yeah, it's from 5, 6, 7, or 8, because 1, 2, 3, and 4 are taken. And it obviously can't be 9 because we're summing to 9. But it's not 8 because 8 would need a 1. So it's 5 needs a 4, 6 needs a 3, 7 needs a 2, and we can't have the 3 because of this. So sorry, so no 6, no 3. Right? That seem fair? Oh my gosh, everybody's so okay. You're all the best. Now I appreciate the engagement. I get so lost in it. I'm really actually bad at like keeping up with chat. So forgive me for that. Okay, but we made some progress, right? Also, good grief, Juggler. Juggler, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this 5. It actually sees this. It looks right at it. It's like it's got like this Medusa stare that just looks right there. Or it's like in Neverending Story when you can't pass between those statues that just see you. Right. This, it turns out, is a 7, which does make this a 2. Which does push our 2 over here, I guess, right? Which seems to place a 2, which I don't think anyone expected that, which means the 1 is not on here. So the 1 is down here, right? Possible, plausible. What is left in this puzzle? I mean, in this column, also in this puzzle, but we only have high digits. What is the, okay, well, right. 8 and 9 can't be on here because they would, either one of them would have to have a 7. So this is an 8-9 pair, right? And that makes this 3, 4, 5, 6. And that makes this 8 and this 9. and I'm probably missing really obvious things as usual. So it seems to place these. The 6 gets its double 1, so that's okay. 7 has a 1, 2, so that's okay. That's an 8. We get the 8, 9 pair untangled over here. I don't even know what this means anymore. Seems to mean that this is an 8 and this is a 9, but who knows? My pencil marks are chicken scratch. No one can possibly discern them or decipher them, or discern or decipher. 4, 5. Okay, how are we doing here? So 8 seems to be placed on the thing, but we don't have a 9, so we just need to count down with the 7, 6, 5, with a 5 and a 6 or something like that. Oh no. What did I do? Wait. Hang on. What did I do? We can't do the thing I just said. Can we? Can't be 8, 7, 6, 5 because those are both. Wait, I made a mistake. What did I do? Did I screw? Oh, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, 8. Yes, you're absolutely right. 8 is definitely not on this, right? Because it would be 8, 7, 6, 5. The 6 would be here, and this would have to be 5 or 7, and it can't be. So 8 is. I have just proven. See, that was really just a. That was really just a demonstration. Yeah, I think these 8s were right. We arrived at 8s up here because of these. That's where we first pressed the 8s up there. And then we have these 8s. So I think we're okay. This was a lie, but it was like a yeah, you know, it's that thing, it's that actual definition. Exactly. People use the word irony all the time to mean, you know, funny, strange coincidence. This is irony. I have just demonstrated for you the rhetorical device of irony by making a point by being wrong about it. I have proven to you the truth by pretending that I didn't know the truth. So that was a rhetorical presentation for you all. Okay, so we get a 6, 7 pair. It definitely was. It was clearly a deduction. This seems to place a 3 here and a 5 here and a 4 here and a partridge in a pear tree. This seems to unsixify and 7ify you, which gives us what? 3, 3, 5, 8. That's not true at all. That is extremely not true. It does mean that this is a 4, 6 though. That I think I can stand by. Which means it does absolutely have a 5. What does that mean, actually? I mean, this is 3, 5, 7, but those, well, the 7's just placed apparently because of this 3, 5, so never mind. The ambiguity is gone, but these are both valid, I think, at this moment. Okay, this is a 2 and a what? Some would say a 3, right? And then this is gonna push 3 down here somewhere. We already have our 2 here. As I have demonstrated repeatedly, we know the 2 is here. This is what? Not bad at scanning. 4, 7, which pushes the 6 here somewhere along with its friend, the 5. Nine is already happy. 2 is already happy. The 3 does a thing. The 8. I don't know about that 8. I mean, the 8's over here, certainly. What is this? Should I be thinking about things over here? I'm realizing we didn't even talk about this side of the region some and whether or not, for example, there is or isn't a 1 on it. Or I could just go back to doing the thing I was doing. I don't know. I'm paralyzed with indecision. I'm paralyzed with indecision, chat. Box 6. Is it time to 6 it up? You're probably right. I think it's time to think about this. The thing is, though, no, that is all right. That's fair. This doesn't feel very restricted, but let's just do it. So the 3, 7, 8, and 1, 4, 6, and looks like 2, 5, and some other number that no one's ever heard of. 2, 5, 9. Okay, so the 2 and 9, right? We need 2 and 9. Why do I feel like this is like I've made a mistake? 9's not on that, probably. It does give us the 2 that we've been longing for. Very doubtful that there's an 8 here. Very doubtful that there's a 7 here. Impossible, maybe. Not. Looks like another 2, 3, 4. Again, it feels like a crime we've committed. You don't think we should put 7 or 8 there? Time to garden. Oh, enjoy your garden time. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, 3ification seems fine. We do need some 8ification here. But 8 is... Well, 8's just doing 8 stuff, I guess. We do have 6 and 7, it seems. Which gives us 1 and 6, apparently. Which gives us 5 and 1. Which gives us some digits up here that seem like a 6 and an 8 and a 5? Not 8. It's a Christmas garden. What do we need here? We need to see. The reason I'm struggling is I didn't stop and color every digit because everyone made fun of me last time, and it's like I just can't even see. We do need to place our 5 here. We do need our 6 here. No 5 here. No 6 here. What is over here is a 2 and a 2 and a 4, which makes sense for the 2. The 4, no one can be sure of it. Seems like generally we're happy. These like single digit quads are charming baubles. We need a 3, a 5, and a what? 3, 5, 7. 5 sees that. So the 7s are up here, down here, up here. So 7 is up here and 7 is up here. So 7 is down here. 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3. Oops. Sorry, what? Sorry, 7. Excuse me. 3, 5 pair there. 1, 7. 3, 5. You're also 3, 5, lacking a 1. Seems like you're just a 1. You're the other half of the 3, 5 pair. You're the 5, in fact. You're 3, the 5. You're the 3. 5, 6. You're 6. 5, 8. 6, 8, and some unknown digit. Oh, that was lovely. Lovely. Oh, thanks everyone. What a lovely puzzle. And it ended exactly as the print ended, which I'm very hopeful didn't break. Very hopeful. The print was perfect. It's perfect. Oops. Practically perfect in every way. Best one yet. Okay, this is what I needed. See, everything was like falling apart, and then I got some Blobz puzzles. I got a raid from Flinty. Should we do another one? Let's just do it. I mean, oh, you joke, but this has been like... This is for, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done this. A giant like handmade LED matrix that is huge, and it's had me thinking about making a giant Sudoku wall. Of the Tessellation series, that sounds terrifying. I don't know. What should it? Is it sacrilegious on Blobsmas to do a non-Blobz puzzle? Possible. Okay, we've done 2 blobs puzzle. I'm willing to take a look. Is this gonna horrify me? That's not even shaped like a. That's not even Sudoku shaped. Well, it is Blobsmas. We're celebrating Blobsmas. Okay, what even is this? This looks like when I periodically get it. Oh no, your 4x4x4 it never did. What? Never's a long time. We've got plenty of time. It's just I'm celebrating Blobsmas right now. Just like we celebrated Blobsgiving. And in a couple weeks we'll celebrate Blobby New Year and Blobidence Day and then Blobentine's Day and then Saint Blobtrix Day and then the Spring Blobquinox. Wait, you're gone from the community. What is happening? Are you being excommunicated? Yeah, happy Blobster. Yes, absolutely. But that comes after April Blobs Day? Blobs Troll's Day? Yes. Okay, let's start a new print. You're bringing me luck. See, I've had terrible luck for the last few weeks. It's turning around. We have printed 3 grids out of 24, which is not, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. Wait, what happens in February? Oh, to find your own place? But you're not gone forever, right? Say it ain't so. Okay, Juggler, this looks amazing. I'm a little terrified, though. Oh, no! Okay, well, that sounds rough. I'm sorry to hear that. But it's the week of Blobsgiving right now, and there's Blobsgiving miracles, and maybe a Blobsgiving miracle will happen, and everything will be fine. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, Juggler, I love the look at this. It's making me think of, yeah, we did have Blobsgiving. Blobsgiving was Blobsmas. Did I say the wrong thing? This reminds me of, every few years I use this software for some weird project. And it's amazing. No, what's the software? Because there's certain kinds of like truncated dodecahedrons. They have such insane names. Like this layout, this like squares and what is that, a hexagon? That particular layout, there's some particular, like, is it the dual of a geodesic? There's one with squares. Is it this one? Octagon, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an octagon. That's embarrassing. I should be able to count to oct. So what I'm saying, Juggler, is you need to set a puzzle on this. Set a spherical. And you could, it's really easy to ramp up the difficulty because you can just start with like lower orders. This is a class 1 F2 icosahedral geodesic sphere. How cool would that be? I'm almost certain there's one that ends up with perfect squares in it. Maybe it is this one. The dual class 3 3-1 F4 octahedral geodesic sphere. Oh yeah, people mentioned the Sudoku. I mean, you just use Anti-Prism. Easy. The software's amazing. It can do anything. I've used it over the years for lots of random projects. Just to generate geometry for things. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Juggler, I'm gonna try it. How do I do it though? Wait, I didn't know Sudoku Pad could do shapes. Okay. Is it time to embarrass myself? I feel like on that last puzzle, I like slightly redeemed myself towards the end. Like I'm not the worst person in the world at Sudoku. Oh, thank you. Okay. Each cell with a digit from 1 to 9, cells sharing an edge can't have the same digit. Okay. Each horizontal row and vertical column contains a non-repeating consecutive set. So like architectural Renbands. Interesting. I see. Oh, I see. Oh, right. And cells are of either. That's really, wow, what interesting use of the software. Did you have to like draw this separately or? Okay. So they're like that kind of, is there a word for that? Okay, anywho. So like normal sorts of like Kropke rules are still going to apply, right? Like we're still Kropkeing in a traditional way, but these, I gotta wrap my head around this a little bit. Cosmetic lines, cool. It looks really cool. Okay, so like we're never gonna have ones on our Kropkes, right? Because no, it's just same digit. They can't have the same digit, non-repeating consecutive sets in any order. Okay. So the maximum. So this one truly will have 1 through 9. But this will just have whatever it has, right? So these two axes are like 1 through 9 and everybody else is just doing their own thing. Okay. Interesting. But like I can't put a 3 here because these would both be 6s and they would be sharing an edge, right? And I can't put a 6 for the same reason. And I can't put a 1 because these would both be 2s. And I can't put an 8 because they would both be 4s. Is that a fair assessment? And then these people end up kind of the buddies of these. 1, 2, 4, 8s. But this has to be consecutive. A consecutive set. So 8 is out of the question, right? Oh, I see. I have very little familiarity with pinpa. Okay, I'm gonna say this can't be an 8 because 8, 7, 6. That'd be a hard thing to do, and so you can't be an 8. Now, 1, 2, 3 would not. That work? Like if this was 1, 2, that'd be a 4, and this would be a 3. This was 2, this would be 4. Non-repeating consecutive set. Right. I can't put a 2 here because it would be 2, 2, 4. No, it still could be 3. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's like. Am I arriving at the conclusion that this is always 3? Because it's 1, 2, 3. Or it's 2 and 4, and then we need 3 to be in the middle. Or it's 4 and 2, and we need to be 3 in the middle. Does that place 3 on both of these? Is that a true statement? I feel like there's more restrictions here. Okay, that's fun. This is really interesting. Like my brain, it's one of those things where it's like my brain feels like, oh, I am not attuned to this yet. There's a process of attunement that must occur. So, but it's either 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4, and right now that's ambiguous, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, the 3 means that there could be a 9 on here, but these are obviously lower. There's a digit that's lower than 3, so there's no 9 on here. Okay, interesting. Then this person, oh, that's cute. How these sort of like split, like this, like, you know, in Sudoku you could potentially, if this were like the edge of the box, could have 3 on the other side, but we can't here, and it splits these. So we end up with sort of their extreme buddies. Meaning like now, you know, normally you'd look at this and be like, well, the 2 could have a 1 and a 3, and the 4 could have a 3 and a 5. Oops. But we can't have the 3 because of that. So it ends up being a 1, 5. So 1 would require a 5. 5 would be a 4. Like if we put a 1 here, this just is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're not, are they forbidden from being in order? Or just any order? So they're not forbidden from being sequential. Right, of course they're not. Of course they're not forbidden from being sequential. How would you do the puzzle if that was true? The white Kropke dots would be very vexing people. Okay, so if this was a 1, this would be from like 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are explicitly sequential. But if it was 5, 4, you could go up in the air. Anti-thermo? Oh, where they can't be in order. God, whoa, oh, I just did a good puzzle that was like, who did that? Just did a good puzzle that was like, oh, it was really sweet. It was almost like a mental health puzzle where there was a specific point in the grid that had to be like thermo in every direction, and you kind of got blocked until you could deduct where that was. Meaning just in the grid, there's a place in the grid where moving orthogonally or diagonally, you have to have a thermo to the edge of the puzzle from that position. It was a very sweet puzzle. Had a good message. I'm gonna run out of filament. It was very sweet. It was, you know, here's a weird thing, just slight digression that I've noticed about Logic Masters, which is it's hard to say if it's like an actual phenomenon or if it is just the fact that Logic Masters is weird and the search doesn't work. But if you go to puzzles and you do an advanced search, which sometimes I do because I just want like a certain wait, what happened? Where's the puzzles? Where's the puzzles? Oh no. Oh, I realized I didn't change the background for this. We still have the Christmas background. That's okay. So why am I forgetting how to work this? I'm typically doing this on mobile, so I don't have sort of like, so if you do the most frequently solved, I just thought this was kind of interesting. The most frequently solved 2-star puzzles seem to me to be like disproportionately fog puzzles. And I don't know why that is. Like, so like a huge number of these are fog puzzles. And I was very surprised at that, but I wanted to see if I could quickly find that, like, I would have to remember the name. I'm just gonna see if it jumps out at me. It was a very sweet puzzle. I think it was Sandra Nala. Maybe. Maybe it's not true. I almost feel like it was a collaboration. I'm sorry, this is a total digression, but it was so charming. Okay, I thought I could find it really quickly, but now I'm at that line where it's like I'm overly invested in finding it, but also feeling like I'm not going to just find it really fast. Anyway, it was very sweet because it had like a sweet, a very sweet message about it. Like, oh, you're feeling lost and you have to like find this point, and it was charming. It was a charming thing. Okay, so back to this puzzle, which is also charming and is like the geometry of this, of which is like triggering something in my brain. Isn't this a certain kind of, I mean, okay, is this whole, I was about to say like, oh, there's a certain named form of like tiling pattern, like tessellation, and maybe that's what the series is. Okay, what were we talking about? We were kind of talking about this digit and what it was, and that there was definitely a digit that was lower than 3 on it, right? And then I guess it could be up to as high as 8. What else do we want to think about? I mean, these little nooks and crannies feel pretty interesting, like where it's very constrained. That feels fruitful. Like even thinking down here, just in terms of, oops. Just thinking like how constraining it is to be in these little cul-de-sacs. Is that true? That'd be rad. I'm actually not opposed to that. I have to say, I'm kind of proud of this because I need to print so many of these and I had to get it down to like the most efficient G-code possible, to the point where it's like, I'm just gonna have to write software to generate my own G-code. But then I realized, oh, I think I can actually just print a cube and use a certain kind of infill pattern and then not use a grid infill pattern and then tell it not to print the walls. So this is actually like the grid support structure, which is just what I need and prints so much faster than trying to print a volume. Or, you know, even like something that was a designed grid where the slicer just couldn't find the efficient way to do it. So one of those many triumphs in life. Okay, what are we doing, everybody? We're talking about, we were just over here before I distracted myself, which I love to do. We're talking about well, weren't we kind of saying that there's definitely a 2 in this situation, because it's either 3, 2, 1, or it's 3, 4, 2. So this is never a 2, right? Because there's always a 2 in here, and it's 3, 2. There's not always a 4. But there's also always a 2 here, right? Like if there isn't a 2, then we've got a bad situation. So there's not a 2 here. Oh, there's also a 2-4 pair. Good grief. There's a 2-4 pair, by the way. Okay, there's no 4s in here, everyone. Let me just... So one of these is 8, obviously. So I mean... How much do we care about this little run in here? One side is definitely 8. One side is absolutely a 1. So the side that is an 8, this is definitely a 4. So this is definitely a 2. But the side that is a 1 this is definitely a 2. So it's definitely a 4. So this is it's never, sorry, 8, 4, 2, or 1, 2, 4. This is never a 1. Because a 1 would be 1, 2, 4, and we ruled that out. Okay, so that's never 1, and that's never 1. So that is a 2, 4 pair with a 3. We get that 2, 4 pair. We got 2, 4 pairs all over the place here. So, and these max out at 6. Well, we just don't know quite, like, right at this moment. Good grief, Juggler. I don't know. Why am maybe I just shouldn't be allowed to do puzzles. I mean, we know there's not a 1 here. Because it would need to be next to a 2. But the maximum here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's deceptive. Feels like there's fewer. But like these are not 1, 2, 3, or 4. So these are 5, 6, 7. Like that's all they can be, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 1 can't go here because it would need to be next to a 2. So these are, and then 2, 3, 4 is taken. And then for these to be next to each other, there must always be a 6. Oh, thanks, Juggler. Now, there's never 9. There's some question of whether or not... Wait, that's not true. No, it's true. It is true. Well, hang on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Couldn't there be an 8? Oh, wait. Sorry, what did I forget? The crop gate in row 4. Yeah, I was about to say, I think I could do an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there is an 8. Or could be an 8. Sorry, I was... 2, 3, 8. Yes, I think you sent that right. As I was realizing that I had made a mistake, because we don't know that there's a 1. We just know that if there is a 1, it's here, but we don't know there's a 1. So that was incorrect. So that 6 is not guaranteed here, which is a real kick in the pants. We were thinking about this a little bit, but it didn't seem like we knew quite what to do about it yet. This is funny because I guess that's really interesting. Like these sort of do see more than... Like these are not 1 or 2 or 3. This is true for both of these. They're not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 8. So those are like 5, 6, 7, 9. Because of the 1, 8 pair and the 2, 4 pair. And the fact that they're adjacent to 3s. This can't be a 9, because then this would be an 8. So... Oh my gosh, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh gosh. That might be the filament I've been waiting for, that I've been struggling with this other filament now, after battling all morning, but we're gonna just ignore that for this moment. Okay, so right. So this actually is just, normally you would be like, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's not 4, and it's not 8. So that seems like this is from 5, 6, 7 and must have a 6. So the thing I said earlier was not that I could be saved. We'll see. The question is, do I give up on these that I've already printed and switch to the gray filament that I ordered because I think the gray filament would look a little better because it, like for LED diffusion, or do I just say like, look, we're right back. Okay, I got a gummy vitamin too. Don't worry, there's no gelatin. Okay, so this is, I ordered this like on the 12th, which, you know, by the standards of human history, got here fast, but this is 2024. I am incapable of opening this. It's supposed to have like a little quick open thing, but it's... Okay, what did we get? Possibly filament. I need it. My office is ready to that. And... yeah, this is what I was hoping for, this silver. I don't know. I don't know. I probably should not. I should probably just stay the course. I got a ridiculous, like, chartreuse color, which is exciting. Ivory white, chartreuse, silver is what I was actually hoping for. And, the matte charcoal, which is what I'm currently using. So I have 4 out of 24 printed in black. In fact, I have a few other blacks as well. So probably the smart move is to just keep going forward with black, but also I kind of want to do the silver. Okay, I apologize, chat, for getting distracted. Juggler is such a cool puzzle, and as usual, I'm just distracting myself. So I bought this silver. Which, if it worked, would be incredible. If it would work, it would be like exactly what I want. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Chat, what do I do? Do I stay the course with the filament that I know is working well, but it won't look as good? Or do I experiment with the filament that I think might look better, but also who knows how well it will print? There's like a cost-benefit analysis here. They are for, oh man, let's see. I'm gonna have some, what can I show you? Probably posted something somewhere of these, perhaps on the Discord. I don't think I've posted videos of the latest. I'm building, this was such a bad idea. Oh, Phil, why? Why did I do this, and why did someone not intervene? Like, this is, sometimes I need an intervention of like, so I'm like, have been hand building these like I these giant like addressable LED displays that you can like there's 4 of these modules that I like hand soldered and hand assembled. Then I like did all the sort of like cabinet work of them, got them all working. And so the trick is with, I have this cool black acrylic that just looks like black plastic, but acts as a diffuser. And I want this kind of pixel look. And so I need these little grids. And the idea is that they all just line up. And honestly, I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm a little nervous about it. I mean, I've tested it, but like to have them align perfectly, I just don't know. So like the idea is like you can drop on these, that was the earlier version of it, and like get them diffused so they look like glowy pixels. Thank you. And so it's been, but man, every step of this project has been pulling teeth. It's been so frustrating. So this is the casework that is now like glued up and painted, and I was wiring yesterday. Like mostly works. It's just, you can see that the grids, like obviously it makes a huge difference where the grid is to turn them into squares basically, instead of just hyper bright blobs. And so the problem is the black, like, you know, it's not reflective. It's like the contrast isn't good. I kind of like the look of sort of the hot spot in the middle, but I like the idea of something that's more reflective, which it is possible. That was the reason behind, they're not Sudoku grids yet, but this is a system designed such that it's just like an addressable pixel array. So they could be giant Sudoku grids. And I think the silver is actually, like, if this actually worked, I think it would be the best option. But do I trust it? Do I trust myself? Here's what we need to do. I'm just going to print another black one so I can finish Juggler's puzzle, because Juggler's very patiently waiting for this. So let's just print another one of those. Because if I print 2 of them, you have a Thai lesson. You're studying Thai? Guess what I just learned about Thai culture? I got my first taste of this. My partner just got back from Thailand and brought back this stuff, and it's changing my life. Phil, yeah, absolutely. Or actually, I was thinking like control from like heat or the chat or whatever puzzle I'm doing, some giant grid. Who knows? I don't know what I'm going to do. This, which apparently like every younger person in Thailand is just constantly sniffing. It is, I saw one Thai person describe it as smelling the heaven. And I kind of agree. It's real kick in the pants. It's good. Really like clears your mind. But they're apparently also super addictive. I mean, not like chemically addictive, but I think people just get really like hooked on them. Yeah, like I don't know. It's a Oh, you think it's Oh, really? I mean, it seems like such incredibly simple ingredients. So you think it's maybe chemically addicted? Oh no. I mean, maybe I'll just rub Vicks Vapor Rub on my face because that's what it smells like. Okay, we're going to finish this puzzle. What did we just do? We were just talking about this. And we're talking about that I want to tell you that there is a 6 here, is what I want to tell you. And that, so therefore there's not a 6 here. That seems to mean that 3 is in one of these spots. Oh, do I print with that silver? I just don't know. I don't know what to do. Okay. See, if I had those little smelling pots now, I'd be able to clear my mind and I would know what to do back there. Okay, so we really think there's a 6 there, which is kind of interesting here, right? Because that's going to unsixify. That's interesting. This person. But this person does have the ability to be a 1. Ooh, let's think about that. I think I would maybe slowly circling this idea. Right. Interesting. Okay, that like the surface area of these is something I have not been appreciating. Like the amount of contact they have with their brethren is substantial. Interesting. But yeah, what Phil was pointing out. Okay, so we know, what do we know? We know 9 is in one of these 3 places, right? Because there is a 9 here, because this is fully 9 cells. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we need to place the 9, and kind of the 3 and the 9 are annoying friends. So 9 is 9 is here. And what? Oh, wait, maybe I'm failing to understand the... Certainly never a 9 in here. There's one, like at least there's possibly a 1, or there's 2 other digits from 5, 6, 7, 8 in here. So the 8 is the ambiguous person. No, that's okay. I see why you were thinking that. Is like the I keep thinking, I for some reason keep thinking consecutive is like adjacent consecutives are forbidden, which is just not true by the white crop but the broader point, I think, is that the surface area of these is something I need to appreciate a little more. Just even in terms of adjacency. Did we lose our music again? Maybe I accidentally paused it. I get self-conscious when I'm talking without music, even when I can't really hear it because the printer's going. You know, like we were talking about what was visible. Like we have a similar question here of whether or not 1 is a friend. 1 is definitely... Okay, diagonal, there's no diagonal constraint, right? Like we're not trying to make also rin bands along here, right? So, well, 9, okay, but right. So 9 here, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 would not work out. So 9 is not here. So 9 is in here with a 3. So this is a 3-9 pair. So Phil, you were helpful. Oh, is that true? Interesting. Phil, you were right and wrong at the same time. The 5, 6, 7, we know the 6 is in here. The brother that is there. So that's all good news. Story of my life. Oh, am I gonna try this silver? Look at this silver filament. It looks like it wants to work. Like it looks like exactly the right thing. It looks like it was made for this. It just looks just right. It's not the right website. But it's just basic. It wasn't even like, it looks almost like silk or like metallic. It's so shiny. It's this color. Is it really? I mean, the box says that it is, but it looks shinier than that. Almost like it is it just says PLA basic. It should print just fine. Gosh, if that printed well, oh boy. What a triumph. What a breakthrough it would be. I'll test it after the stream. So, okay, we got a 5.7 here. We've got some limitations, which is exciting. We have... What? What do we have? Five, 7 there. I mean, that does tell us, like, there's no 9. Well, there's no 9 in either of these, right? No, that's not true. Depends on where the 9 is. There's never a 9 in here, is maybe a way to say the thing I'm struggling to say. Don't know which way you go. You could be 7, 8. 1 is a concern. What are the music? Ooh, I could print some silver dollars. Finally be rich. I'm not cut out to be rich. I was going to be rich, would have happened by now. Not constitutionally, just not built for it. We have our 2, 3, 4. We may or mayn't. Oh, right. 9 is just fully not allowed in here anyway. That's a good point. The range of this is only up to 8 anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like this. It's just a question of oneliness and or 8liness. Like the 1, 8 is the variable. So like this digit, if we just thought about it for a minute, is not 2, 4. It's not 2, 3, or 4, right? I think we're saying it can't be 6 because we're saying one of those is 6. And we're saying it can't be 9 because it's definitely 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not 9. So that's 1, 5, or it's 7, 8. If it was 7, that would be 7. But the 1 is still a possible person. 1, 5, 7, 8. Isn't that also true here? Because it was really the 6 that made the difference. Okay, I'm gonna do the exact same thing again, sorry. Where it's not 2, 4 pair and it's not 3. It's not 9 because it can't reach 9 and we don't want to erase things with the 6. But the 1, 8 is a like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You can't have like 1 and 8. So in this like whatever we call this, whatever this unit is called, sepulcher. I'm calling it a sepulcher. Sepulcher. How do you pronounce that word? I'm calling it a sepulcher and pretending that it's a clever portmanteau. But it is a container like the lack of oneliness on that range. I don't know. but it does mean there are some things we need. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Like we need threes, right? Something I can pronounce, or I can just pretend it's a new word. Do you know the word I'm thinking of? It's a real word, right? Sepulcher. A small room or monument, cut in rock or built of stone, in which a dead person is later buried. Sepulcher. How do I feel about column 7? Sad. I feel sad about it. Hurt. Confused. Lost. Fearful. Hopeful. Well, we've talked about this. So we talked about if this was 1, it just was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the thing, though. If you try to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the brother of this 2, 4 has to be here, and it is strictly forbidden. Unless... Let me think about that for 1 second. That may not be the same digit. Because if these are the same digit, then the brother could be up there. But let me think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I probably know something. I mean, one would assume 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we know there's not a 9. That's a thing. Should I just think about it? Let's pencil mark this, shall we? It doesn't see this. So this one could be a 6, but I don't know why I've gotten into this habit on stream of pencil marking everything and then removing options, but somehow it makes me feel good. So I'm just going to do it. So the minimum, I mean, sort of the maximal minimum, the minimum maximum, the highest low digit we could have here is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's definitely not a 9. 7, 8 with the 5, the 6. Was there somebody harmed by this situation? No, because we said it was either the 1 or it was another digit from 5, 6, 7, 8. How do I feel about column 7? Doesn't it sort of seem like it needs a 3? Or like it really wants one? But can't have one? Is that the secret to the universe? How do we... If this is 1, where does the 3 go? Not here, or here, or here, or here. But to put a 3 here, it would have to be a 2, 4. Remember how I said that exact thing about how it's interesting that like the bookends got limited? Oh my gosh. If I could just listen to myself, I would be so good at solving Sudoku. Okay, Juggler, thank you so much. This puzzle's really interesting. That's so funny how I commented on that exact thing. On like the relationship of like, oh, the 2, 4 are kind of excluding the middle part, whatever. Okay, it's not a 3. So it's not possible for 1s or 2s to be on here because there's nowhere to put the 3. That's funny. That's funny stuff. So this just becomes 6, 7, or 8, right? Because of the can't be 5, and we already said it can be 9. So those are just from 6, 7, 8. And it seems like that means a 7, which I think places a 6 here. I think makes this a 7-8 pair. And I think that we unsixify, and we maybe 2ify and 4ify, which is going to untangle these, which is exciting. It's an exciting state of affairs. This is a 7-8 pair. This sees both of those, so that removes 7-8 here to be a 1-5. Any more of that sort of nonsense? Not nonsense, but like shenanigans. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. It's not a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 5. So you are the 7. You're not 7. The 7 creates a force field that prevents any 7s from being in the neighborhood. The 1 still seems to be a possibility against all odds. Two, 3, 4. This is not a 5. We need a 5, right? Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 5 and a 6. This, so 5 is not in these people. So that is a 5. And then that's going to un-5ify this. And furthermore, we have to have, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have to have 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to have a 6, 7 pair. Here. It would appear. And then this is just the like odd person out, you know, the person living on the edge. I'm on the edge. I don't actually know that song. Is that Lady Gaga? Okay, what are we doing here? Didn't we say this couldn't? No, we said this couldn't. This can't be 7 either. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This is also 6, 7. Oh boy. Oh, gosh, if I had gotten that filament yesterday, the world would be my oyster. But I didn't. This digit. So what are we doing here? We need a 3 and a 4 to appease. We need 5 and 6 at least. I think. Up here. What's this person doing? We need a 2 in here. I don't like. I feel a little weird about the appropriate way to pencil mark in this puzzle. This is 2. This is 1. This is 1. This is 2, and that would be 4. This moment feels like a thing that could happen. 9 would be quite an ask here, right? Like if there's a 1 here, then 7's the limit. Number 3s have that situation. Okay, what's next? Are there any this is not an 8 anymore. Because 7 was rolled out of there. That's not an 8. An 8. 5 could be next to a 6. 6 could be next to a 7. 8 could be next to a 7. Feels like I'm missing something. Okay. Is it time to discuss this person? I mean, it's got to be from one, you know, like got to be in range, right? What are the implications there? Six, 5, 4. There's the 3 and there's the 2. Maybe that has more flexibility than I imagine. Definitely need a 5 and a 6 in here, and that's not. One of these has to be 5 because we have to get from the 4 to a higher round. This can't be 6. We have to have, right, we have to get from down here up to 7 or 8. So we have to have a 6. So one of these is in fact a 6, despite whatever I said earlier, right? If we don't have a 6 in here, then we have a break between our low digits and our high digits. So there is a 6 in here. So it's never an 8. And that means this can't be a 6 because it would unsixify these people. And this couldn't be a 5 anyway. So that seems to make this the 5-6 pair. So then this has the ability to be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, oh no. Sorry, what happened? Did I make a mistake? Can that 5, 6, 8 be an 8? Oh no, sorry, I'm behind. What have I done? What a disaster. Maybe we just were saying the same thing. I hope so. I thought everybody left. I'm glad you're still here. And we have another successful print, which is very exciting. Because if I print one more black one, that will be 1/4 of the prints that I need, which, you know, small victories, right? Okay. You'll notice I just keep throwing all of the red filament on the ground. It's a mess in my office. Okay. This will be number 6. Okay. What are we doing? What is this? We have our 4, 5, 6. So this could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or it could be 4, 5, 6, and this is the other half of the 7, 8 pair, right? Is that true? Like these are the actual options for this person. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8 pair. I think so. Okay, chipping away at this. And now what? These people, this 5, 6 pair, so we have a 5, 6, 7 triple. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have to have a 4 and we have to have a 3, right? We have to have a 3. So the 3 is either here or here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have the 5, 6, 7. So the 4 has to be down here, right? But the 4 can't be here because it can't be next to a 3 and it can't be next to a 5. So that is 4. That's not 4. And now, what do we actually need to like finish our business here? Because I think we have to have a 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7. Have to have a 3. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should understand something here as far as like what the options are here. I need a button that just fills everything in, right? So, I mean, obviously 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are off the menu. This 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 can't have an 8 or a 9 on it. So this is a 1 or a 2. So this is on the low end of things. Could it have a 1 and a 2? Maybe. I don't know. 1 and 2 is only going to pair with... This has to be a 1, 2 also because the 3 doesn't let us escape that. So this is a 1, 2. So that's a 1, 2 pair. And we're missing a 4 to bridge the gap. And 4s cannot see diagonally. Thank heavens. Thank heavens they can't. 4, 5, 6 prevents an 8 here. 4, 3, 2 prevents a 1 here. This situation cuts out the 3, 6. We already cut out the 4. So that seems to be 2, 1, 2, 3. So we have to have a 3. 3 is here or here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We can't have a 9. That is the 3, the 9. Printer's up to something. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gives us another 1, 8, right? Because we have our whole run. We just need the extremes of it. I feel like I've ruled some things out that I have not considered. Like this doesn't see 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not 9. This is a pretty extreme situation. If that was a 1, I guess you could still do 3, 2. Perhaps. I don't know. 8. This was 8. Actually 7 or 6. Well, the 7 seems like it hits things hard, but maybe. 3, 6, 7, 8. What else are we missing? 4. Oh, did I miss something? Oh, something you said so long. I'm sorry. 5, 3. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. Sorry. I thought I looked at that and I thought like, oh yeah, I did it. But it's doing, you know, the octagoning is a verb. Or is it? It's not. It's a noun. It's a gerund, right? Isn't a gerund a noun? The black dots, I think the black dots are working. Oh yeah, this is an 8. Sorry, I think this is 1 and this is 8. We do know that. Which I think is right? 2, 4, 8, and 1, 2, 4, and 1, 2. I think our black dots are okay. This 5 sees this. The thing you're missing is that I just am overlooking everything all the time. That's the thing you failed to account for, is that I am just overlooking very obvious things. So the shape of this puzzle is breaking my brain. I will admit that. So we have to have every digit. What are we missing? 4. So these are 3, 4, 6, 8, right? That's just what's left. One of these is definitely a 4. I mean, this must just be extremely obvious now, right? We couldn't put an 8 here because that would put a 1 there and that'd be a bad situation for everybody. 8 would put a 1. So that's definitely not 8. If we put a 1 here, this would have to be a 3 and this would have to be a 2. So 4 is never here, right? 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. There's just never a 4 here, so we place the 4. We have 3, 6, 8 triple. 1, 2, 3. So if this is a 1, this is a 2. If this is 8, this is 7, and it can't be a 7 because of that person. Oh, there's that person too. So that is 2, 1, 3, 8, 6. And then I probably am just missing something super obvious. Or I broke the puzzle. One of those two things. What? Did I break the puzzle? Oh, no. It's the 8. The 1's not there. That's a 5, right? That's not the solution. Uh-oh, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Wait, what did I do? Wait, the last 2 cells were wrong. Wait, but this is an 8. How can this be a 1? Doesn't this have to be a 5? What? Am I wrong? No, okay, that's right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, did I just do something silly here? I don't know why I did that. What did I do? So this was, right, 1 sees that. Okay, I'm sorry. That one was silly. Okay. Wow, Juggler, that was super cool. I did a bad job at it, but thanks for helping, everybody. Okay, I need to not be in here breathing fumes anymore, and I need to probably eat some food and all that good stuff. I'm very grateful for everybody hanging out. Very grateful for the raid, Flinty. Very helpful for the support and encouragement. Just grateful for you all to be so friendly all the time. And you helped distract me while printing a whole stack of these. Look what we did. And this was even after all the gray ones failed. So very encouraging. There's small imperfections that hopefully don't have cause problems. The real question is whether or not I try the silver. I think I'm gonna try it. And if it works perfectly, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Okay, you're all the best. It's unlikely that I'll be able to stream before Friday, but then it will be a Blobby New Year. So happy Blobsmas, everybody. You're all the best, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much.